What is up, RaiderNation? We're back once again with a little hotspot for you. We thought we'd dip in and kind of touch on just some cool stuff here on President's Day since we got a little extra time, right? It's the off-season time. 2025 off-season kicking into high gear, right? We're going to start breaking down the top free agents and special focus on that quarterback position because we need one, right? Shout out to Aiden O'Connell, but yeah. So, we're going to look at how different available free agents will fit and talk about that, and just kind of look at the top 5 consensus free agents at each position and talk about that a little bit too. And I also want to talk about Mr. Raider Ryan because this brilliant man made a very smart decision, like he always does. He became a member, and now he has the Hotshot Spark label because he's a beginner. He's going to grow into a larger flame. And so, what's up, Raider Ryan? Thank you once again. Awesome. So, he's in here. What's up? So, I guess let's start with the quarterback situation. I mean, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Sam Darnold, Justin Fields, Mac Jones. What are we doing here? Is there somebody I'm missing? Mariota? Chip Kelly, Mariota. No? Black? Am I missing anybody?
I don't know. Everybody but Gardner Minshew.
He said Gardner Minshew. Listen, that ship is sailed. Okay. That's water under a dirty bridge. So let's just move on. I think the nation has moved on. I don't think there's a chance. So maybe someone disagrees. I'd like to hear it. But that's just not on my mind. I think maybe is it Jameis Winston a free agent? I guess he should be in this list, right? We'll talk about that. But let's just kind of jump into like current news real quick, right? Big news for me, and I think a lot of people, and I think Raider Ryan isn't even bringing it up yet. Champ Kelly, mutual decision for them to part ways. Pretty recent, so we'll try to get more information on that. I like Champ Kelly, but I guess gonna go in a different direction. He's an assistant GM. Maybe just didn't feel like there was room to grow here with the new GM coming in or something to that effect. So I don't know. I feel like Champ was probably a good part of us making some smart kind of veteran NFL player decisions, like the Spillanes and the Chasons and the Snowdens, things like that. So we'll see. I hope he does well. He seemed to do well for us. So once a Raider, always a Raider, right? So that's a thing. Kind of get that news out there for you guys. But yeah, the quarterbacks, right? Raider Ryan says, who's your thoughts on the quarterback? Would you be opposed to Aaron Rodgers on a veteran minimum? Okay. I mean, let's talk about it. So, out of the free agents that are available, I would say that Russell Wilson is probably the safest bet, right? Um, to a certain extent because of his age. But there was two quarterbacks between Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. One of them played all 17 games, and the other one did not, and that was Russell Wilson did not. So, right? It's Aaron Rodgers. He'll probably be more healthy and a little bit better another year removed from that injury. I mean, if we're talking veteran minimum, I mean, I would still draft a quarterback, but I think he said he would mentor a quarterback in New York, so maybe he would do it here. It's Aaron Rodgers. What do you think, Black?
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if he'll come on a league minimum or anything. I mean, a veteran minimum. Even if he decides to say that he'll come in and be a mentor, he only got a couple years left in the league anyway, so he probably won't be doing much mentoring. So, I mean, I like the fact that he's coming off the injury season. The season after his injury. At that age, you in the type of injury it was. I mean, it could been the kiss of death really of his career. Nothing different than Kobe, coming back and making one last push. Still got some great games in him. Maybe put in the right situation, might can spark that magic one more time.
Mm-hmm.
But between him and Russell Wilson might be the safest one because of the familiarity between the coaching staff. But I mean, it's I don't know, either one of those guys we could kind of use, especially if,
Yeah, I thought about that too. Yeah, and then there's the fit in the offense though. Where I think Aaron Rodgers is a little bit better of a fit because of the superior arm strength. He's better at getting the ball out and throwing the ball over the middle, right? And then this offense can be designed two different ways with a mobile quarterback or without. Right? He ran it both ways, so so it's one he knows Pete Carroll, but Pete Carroll coaches defense, right? He doesn't know Chip Kelly, so they both start kind of there. So it's but there is an advantage of knowing Pete Carroll because he is the head coach, right? So it's back and forth. It's I think it's a toss up either way, but I would probably say that they're both a little bit weird, right?
for opposing reasons.
Yeah, strange fits in the locker room or whatever. But I think Max already endorsed the idea of Aaron Rodgers, saying he would not be mad at it. So maybe he thinks he'll fit with a bunch of misfits that wear eye patches. Because there was a time where this team was known to have the misfits, and now all of a sudden we're we don't want anybody that's weird. Oh God. Okay, that's not how it's supposed to work. But, okay. Anyway, Sam Darnold, 27. Have you had a chance to look at any of his games last year? Sam Darnold. No.
I don't like that fit at all.
Okay.
I don't like it at all because he his escapability or lack of.
Okay. He's a little mobility. He's not like a statue.
No, he ain't like a statue, but he's the blueprint is out on him. You know what I mean? Like,
can you do that to
what's messed up is I don't know, but I don't want to find out. not at the price that we would have to pay to find out. You know what I'm saying? Because
he said, "Fuck
because I can see if we had a old line that has some continuity. You know what I'm saying? Like, then that'd be a little bit different. He just and what would suck is he even if he came in and did like he did in Minnesota, have a good regular season. That playoff is a different animal, and then I could see us having problems there.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I'm not high on him. I would rather go with. If I'm gonna go with an older quarterback, I'm gonna go with one I know that won a Super Bowl before.
That makes sense.
And that's either Russell or
Right. Well, Darnold is only 27.
Who, Aaron Donald?
So he should be
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Yeah.
He only 27.
Yeah, so he's hitting his peak. Yeah.
Damn, he was almost out the league. 27? It's not bad.
1 year older than Mac Jones.
It's not bad, but I still. I'm cool. Why Minnesota? Right, why Minnesota not picking them back up? That should tell you something right there.
Who said they're not?
Well, I know. I'm just saying, like, if he's available for us to get, and they don't
probably
get him, then that's a problem.
Look, they drafted a quarterback in the first round last year, who was good. J.J. McCarthy was good. They like how he looks in practice. I mean, how long do you hold him back?
But he wasn't going to win no 14 games, though.
No, but maybe he would this year.
He coming off an injury, too, a season-long injury, so you got to give him a year. So the question is, do you want to not shut the window, but do you want to leave it cracked so that way McCarthy can open it? Because I wouldn't necessarily try to go backwards. I'll be like, okay, we played good regular season, postseason. It was too much. They just blitzed too much, so we got to work on that. And then maybe we can make noise in the playoff. Because other than that, if you can't block for them, well, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like, I've watched a lot of playoff football, and it was like, I don't know if you from out here in the Bay Area, is like
that was rough.
How a gang of people run in the store and they just like pillage the store and then just run out. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was, like how he was getting done. Like, so I was like, oh my gosh, save yourself.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. He was trying to duck, but it was just too many people. That was mean too. That was rough. Yeah. I would say like it's mostly not his fault though. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't think. I'm not saying it's his fault per se, but if you can't get up out of there, it don't matter who fault it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it matters, but
so
shoot, you don't want to keep taking.
Raider Ryan's gonna be out here tomorrow night.
Raider Ryan,
what's up, dude? So you should come hang out with me, man. I'm gonna be at the laundry room. If you want to look that up. Shout out to the laundry room. Please don't stalk me.
What you going over Vegas for, Ryan?
There's supposed to be a reason?
The reason might be. The reason might be there is no reason. So I'm not opposed to that either. Vegas usually is that kind of place.
But I'm sure he has a really good stand-up reason.
I don't know about the stand-up part.
In Vegas, he says he may not be standing up, but no. Sam Darnold. I mean, we'll see. 27, so there's some upside there.
Yeah.
Just saying. Mac
Oh,
Jones.
no. Back tonight.
I mean, if you're talking about somebody that's gonna be a viable starter who would then easily be taken over by a rookie by week 4 or something, this may be the way to go. Like if you feel like the rookie you're picking needs to play year 1 or has the ability to play year 1, you just kind of like put the lamb out there, right? Which I think that's what Minshew was supposed to be. But let's add one more voice to this story, and probably won't be the last tonight. We got my boy Pizzle in the hizzle.
What's
up,
cracking, y'all? How you guys doing? What up, Black? How you doing, my guy?
What's up, brother?
How you guys doing?
Good. Let me fix
Man, doing good. We just got basically focused on, Champ Kelly left. Ouch, a little bit.
He left where?
A little bit unexpected because I think
Champ Kelly left where?
He's no longer with the organization.
He's no longer offensive coordinator?
No, that's Chip. See, we have too many
okay.
Kellys.
So you're talking about
the
guy who's the GM or the dude who was the GM dude, right?
Yeah. Assistant GM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We couldn't have no Chip and no Champ.
You did say that. There's too many Chuz at the same time on a Kelly. So we overstayed our Kelly welcome and we had to get rid of him, I guess. No. Mutually deciding to part ways.
Mutually,
not really clear, but wish him the best luck. That's what the report was.
Whenever I hear mutually, it's never mutually.
Oh no, it's never mutually. But I will tell you that they didn't want to make it seem like he got, fired or something. So that means respect to him, right? But yeah. So Raider Ryan's answering your question since you put it out there. He said, well, first off, never have been yet, touring the stadium with my wife.
Nice. Vegas is a nice place to go visit for the first time.
Yeah. Yep. You can say hello to my friends that will tour you around. And then getting away for a few days, been in Washington too long. Yeah, I understand what that's like. Hey, there's sun here. Like every day.
Like every day.
And when there isn't, there's flash flood. We'll be all right.
Yeah, you'll be used to it. Just run.
Just run.
Yeah, run inside. He says, "What's up to that
Raider Ryan? What's cracking?"
Yeah, so we got into that. Then we just started talking about the quarterbacks, right? So it's like Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, right?
Not Russell Wilson.
What's your take on those two?
I'm not taking Russell Wilson.
Huh? No Russ?
No
Dangerous.
No.
But Pete knows how to handle him.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's
no,
Pete's
I
guy.
can't. I think he's a little too much of He's a too neat. I mean, they're both needy guys, right? Let's be honest. They're both needy, right? And they're both in their own ways. They're both needy. They're both prima donnas.
Absolutely.
I don't know, but if I had to say, I'd probably have to go. Like I said, I have to go with Aaron Rodgers.
All right.
Russ is all right, but I just we've seen that already. We already seen that up there in Seattle for how many years, and then it didn't. He did an all right job in Pittsburgh last year, but come on, man, that was last year.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't.
I think, yeah, he did a good job in Pittsburgh, but like, it was pretty similar statistically to the season that Aaron Rodgers had that we all said was trash.
1,000 yards
and then
or whatever.
Aaron Rodgers was healthier than him last year. Yeah. So.
Well, you guys were
Yeah,
talking
he's
about this
perfectly-
the other night, right? About Aaron Rodgers and his health. It's you guys all know you guys come back from injury. It's not the first year back when they're good. They're just learning to trust it again, right? They're just learning to be able to. Oh, okay, I can do it. I can. All right, I'm not going to hurt it. So now that he's gone through that, and a lot of players go through it, when you get your ACL done, you're not going out there making those crisp cuts like you were before you got injured. You have to learn. They got to learn to trust it. They got to be, because they're going through in their memory. Like last time I did this, this happened, and so we definitely see them perform usually way better their second year. They usually get back to what they were before.
Yeah, especially when you had a non-contact injury. You had a non-contact injury, and so it's kind of hard to trust it. It's one thing you get hit by somebody and you get hurt, but a non-contact injury is like a mental injury for sure. And like you said, you gotta learn to trust it. And he's bullheaded enough to kind of fight through that. And you can kind of see that last year. And like I said, if I want a quarterback overall, it could be a toss-up, but I would probably go with Aaron Rodgers because I think he got a better set of tools in his toolbox. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's not to say that Russ don't have some stuff, because Russ could probably electrify our offense for real, at least enough for it to be competent enough for if the defense is what we're selling our bill of goods on, then we can make noise. But with Aaron Rodgers, I would expect our offense to be proficient. You know what I'm saying? Even with a limited playbook, or even with, I don't care, you got two super veteran players. Y'all can come together and open up the playbook. So,
yeah. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to pick up, an offense pretty quickly. He's, one of your more intelligent, play diagnosers I've ever seen. So don't think he has a problem. I made the point, Pizzle, like he throws better over the middle. He's able to attack the middle of the field much better.
And bombs. He throws 50-yard bombs. He ain't even got to do anything. He just licks his wrist.
Yeah.
Throws 50-yard bombs.
I mean, Russ has a sweet deep ball, though. So I think.
Yeah, when he be running for his life.
that
boy will throw a bomb on you. He be running for his life. That boy will lay one out there on you.
Yep.
Yes.
But the thing, like Pizzle
some of that, I think that's why
is a lot too. Like the ability to throw the ball across the middle, like over the linebacker in front of the safety. If you can't do that, you kind of limit yourself on offense. And then, so with Aaron Rodgers, we know he can make all the throws. Russ, he probably can make the throw, but it might be times where he'd be like, don't make that throw. And then
he don't always see it.
So he's gonna flush the pocket a little sooner than maybe an Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers ain't trying to run. And if he is, he's trying to run for a first down, and that's it.
Well, I think also Rodgers is trying to win at the line of scrimmage before they even calls the play, right? He's reading the defense. He knows what they're doing, right? And that was the magic, That's why when people ask Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, they're like, when are you going to retire? They're like, why would I retire? I got everything figured out right now. Like, there's nothing that you can throw at me that I haven't seen. Like, I got it figured out. Why am I leaving now?
Yeah, you finally got it. Right?
Once you got it all figured out, there's no point of leaving. Rodgers has had it figured out. It's not like he hasn't made it to the NFC Championship game in the last 3 years. It's not, it's just they came up short. It happens.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You get beat by a better team sometimes. Just
For sure. And it's rarely his fault that they lose like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he always give his team a chance to win. And not only that, he holds them accountable, And I do like that, even though I might not like how it looks. But coming from a player standpoint, I could appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because we need that right now, I think. You know what I'm saying? We need enough accountability where we need to see the accountability being dispersed, but at the same time not be too hard where it started dividing the locker room, and then it become a whole Max Crosby thing again, and we start throwing everybody under the bus, and then I had to apologize to AP because I thought he was the only one doing that. So
it's a plague, huh? You got a plague of discontent, right? I want to circle back just for a second here to the Tim Kelly thing. This is, I think, a very key point that Raider Ryan is making here. Okay, he didn't get picked up by the Jags, so we don't get comp picks for him, right? We've got like a 3rd round pick for him, taking a higher job. I'm going to venture to say that's why he was still here. In order to try to, make that happen. And if it didn't happen, then, then you move on after that. But I can see why he would stick around for that, try to help the organization, right? So big ups to Champ. Just want to say that, right? Yeah. So this is National Born Raider podcast. What's up, dog? He says hard pass on Rodgers.
What up, Jordan?
He's out. I'm like, okay, all right. That's
Yeah.
You have to give us a better, more info on why this is the hard pass on Aaron Rodgers on that one. EC says, I'm warming to the idea of Aaron Rodgers. 2 years removed from the Achilles. Totally agree with Rodgers over Russ on the intermediate routes. I mean, I think it's definitely a thing for sure. Said I got to be up there in Seattle and watch the team. Raider Ryan knows, man. It's just a part of what people in Seattle and the fans talk about, right? It's the limitation of him not seeing shit over the middle and missing throws over the middle. Is it too hyped? Maybe, I don't know, but it's something, right?
Yeah, it's a touch thing. A lot of people got to have the touch, bro.
Yeah, it's not just touch. He got to. It's more like he can't see it because he's having to avoid stuff in the middle. If you get a lineman, do 6 something, right? He's not.
Yeah, but you also got to get it. When that
linebacker's
jumping up above him, like you said, he's short. So trying to get that touch, just
you got to go that
just
thing.
Get that touch
right.
just in between the linebacker is really hard for him. It's different when you're 6'2" or whatever.
Yeah, he wish he was 6'2", but if he 5'11", 6 foot, for real, if you not knowing where you going, before the play or, you know what I'm saying, right? Surely right after. I'm talking about if you gonna go across the middle. Mm-hmm. If you don't, if he don't know that's where he's going, he's not gonna find somebody going across the middle like you would like an Aaron Rodgers or even if the play break down and it starts to drag, he's gonna look deep and he's great at that. But you never know. Aaron Rodgers might just flip it. You know what I'm saying? Throw it over there, first down, and we don't have to gamble as much. I just you probably can't go wrong with either one, but I just give the edge to Aaron Rodgers just because just overall Aaron Rodgers I would say was the better quarterback of the two anyway. So
yeah,
I agree on
that. Yeah, that's easy to say for sure. Very wrong. That's just about Champ Kelly. He says, I bet Chip Kelly's bitter for being passed on for the GM spot, rightfully so. Good luck, Champ. I don't know if it's so much bitter. I think maybe he just the writing's on the wall, right? I think the Raiders did him well, right, and treated him well. And Mark pays these people well. I don't know how much, if you guys heard about, how much our former coach got paid, but he's fine.
Well, I think that,
he said, "Don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm good."
Well, he didn't burn the bridge. That's the most important thing is you don't burn the bridge. If you burn the bridge, then they don't come back and want to work for you. It's word of mouth. They're bad mouthing you to everybody that they talk to, right? And we've been getting a lot of that from our organization, from other people that work for our organization, to other organizations for a long time. And we got to clean that up. And it's part of the way that, the way we do business in the front office.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's also
There's a way to fire people.
absolutely,
You know what I mean? You got to fire people.
absolutely.
You know, you got to
But
fire people right. You just can't go in there and be like, you know, yada yada yada. You just got to, you know, you got to say, hey man, things aren't working out. Just like a relationship. Some people you got to go in there
yeah,
and finesse when you're breaking up with them. You got to be like, hey, you know, it's not all your fault. Things just aren't working out. You know, sorry, but close the door, bro.
yeah,
Don't take it personal.
yeah. Don't mess around. Be more
Yeah,
direct. You know
yeah.
what I mean? You know, for someone, especially if it's shocking, because like they can't hear all the stuff you're
Exactly.
saying.
You know, and who knows? There's 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road, when this don't work out, maybe you come back. You know, that's why you don't burn the bridge.
Exactly. I'd love to have Jim Kelly back at some point. I think he did a good job. But yeah, moving past that. Uh, Another free agent I'd like to have back, Adam Butler, for sure. I heard about this. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet, but yeah. I mean, I was very impressed with
Yeah.
him this year. I started talking about him. He jumped off the film. It was crazy. Yeah, you could see it live. It was just like he's one of our better players, right? Um, I'm not his agent, so just saying.
What I appreciated about Butler is he did not let the injuries and the desecration of our D line be an excuse to just sit back and just get lost in the fray. You know what I'm saying? He could have played just average,
Mm-hmm.
and then and lived off his name, or just lived off the fact that we getting a new regime. He went out there and legit ball like. So I'm like, if he can keep that up and we get those injuries back,
Yeah.
I mean, well, Max should definitely be back full forced, and
Mm-hmm.
then between
Christian
Kason
Wilkins was hurt early enough.
and Kuntz, that's contingent on that we sign these guys. Then
Right.
you know what I'm saying, we have a force to reckon with, because obviously the blueprint is D line. If you want to win championship, D line, and you got to shuffle them in similar to what the Eagles were doing. You know, if you got them,
Yeah, you could have some
add
depth
some
just
depth.
to raise
So if
fresh.
you have it, you might want to protect it, because if we don't know for sure what we're doing at quarterback, our defense definitely got to be middle tier to top 10, just to avoid that
Mm-hmm.
10 loss season that we thinking that we're going to lose.
Well, I think. Well, this is why I think I want to go with Rodgers over Russell Wilson. It's because he's able to throw the ball 40 times a game or more, and we could win. Like that.
Right.
That's it for me. That's
That's an excellent point.
that's what matters to me the most. Like, we know he could bring us back in from behind in games. We know he's capable of doing all of these things. That's I just think he's just all around better. I mean, everybody has their own opinion. Maybe they want somebody that wants to scramble out. Like Dr. Born Raiders talking about Justin Fields. That might work, but he's not really proven yet. Are we gonna, what are we gonna have to give up to get Justin Fields? Because I don't think Chicago's gonna want to get rid of him. So
And not to,
So we actually asked the.
no, I was just about to say, and not to mention, that's an excellent point, because if Justin Fields throwing the ball 30, 35 times a game, we losing. If Russell Wilson throwing the ball 35 times a game, we probably losing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball 35 times, is neither here nor there. It's like par for the course. So that's might be what we need, not knowing who our running back is as well. You know what I'm saying? We can't hit at the quarterback position and the running back position in the same year. I'm realistic in that. Not to say we can't, but I'm just saying I would take one. Let's just get one done for sure.
He said we can get one of them. and have a confident defense like we think we might have. Huh?
Well, like I said,
Oh,
even if we
man.
don't, we know Rodgers could pull us out in games, dude. That that are close. We know he's got it. He's got the pedigree to do that. And I'm not saying that Russell Wilson doesn't, but I don't know. I just would put my money more on Rodgers pulling games out by throwing his arm and relying on his arm than I would any of the guys that we got for any other choice.
Mm-hmm. I will say, Russ does have some magic.
Yeah,
It's a thing. I'm just saying, like I've seen it, like comebacky stuff, fourth quarter stuff.
Yeah, I seen him. I've seen him make some throws before too. I'm not taking anything away from him.
For sure. I just wanted to put it out there because just
I thought you were
trying to
talking
keep
about
it balanced and fair. So Chip Kelly and Justin Fields, he fits in the fact that he's mobile, but the Chip Kelly offense requires quick processing, quick delivery, and accuracy. Those are the opposite of Justin Fields. He has a slow delivery, does half-field reads when he was successful in Pittsburgh, and otherwise missed 3 or 4 wide open receivers on a play, like one. And then
I said Chicago,
and it has struggles. Yeah, struggles with accuracy. So, but what were you saying?
I said Chicago when he's already been in Pittsburgh because I was high. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like Chicago, Pittsburgh. He struggled both places. So I don't know. What was Ryan saying? He says Justin Fields still has some developing to do in his pass game and reading defenses skills we should be seeing from him if we want him. There's a reason Russ replaced him. My thoughts, though. Yeah, I agree. The reason would be they wanted to run the whole offense and not just half-field reads and running the ball a bunch down the other team's throat, and then still needing to win 13-10.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, he is not in Chicago, so yeah. Then he went to Pittsburgh. Oh, he's clowning you. He's clowning your Chicago comment there. I see. What is this? Yes, you can. Okay, Fields is a good option, EC says. His problem is his pocket awareness. He panics and bails way too fast instead of stepping up and keeping his eyes downfield. That's one of the things. He also has a slow delivery, bad footwork that doesn't have his feet pointing towards his target. He, has a that elongated delivery means that his repeatability is not as good, so his accuracy is very sporadic. And then he takes a long time to come off of reads and then misses a lot of other reads. So those are things, but this is one of them for sure. Yeah. Let's see. There's one that says, what is he saying? He says, hard pass on Russ 2, harder than Rodgers. Pause. Bro. He's back there. Okay. All right. Chill a little bit. I'm just interested in an over-the-hill quarterback. I'm not interested in an over-the-hill quarterback with diva issues. Okay, so then who? You want a quarterback that's not even able to throw the football, though? Don't you? I mean, like, first thing is, can he throw it? Like, we do have Pete Carroll, guys. Like, he's like kind of like an equalizer for people who are kind of weird and stuff. He had Marshawn, Russ, Richard Sherman. Do I need to keep going? Earl Thomas. Like, these are not Doug Baldwin. We literally called him Angry. That was his nickname. It was It was a team to coach. Okay, so like he can deal with little eccentric personalities. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, you know, who's the quarterback with skill that you would like to have come in and play quarterback for us? Because I do not accept Justin Fields as a viable option. I'm sorry. Not on my show. Maybe somewhere else. There'll be no Justin Fields talk here. If we sign Justin Fields, you guys should come find me. It's gonna be bad. Okay, just yeah. I hope not, because I don't think I want to have to do a whole year of that.
Well, my thing is we're not interested in keeping them for a long time, right? We're actually trying to bring in somebody that we're gonna, this is gonna be a bridge thing, right? We're gonna bring him in for a little bit.
He's 25.
Right.
He's 25, and it's still a whole season. Why would you put someone in a position where you know they're gonna fail? There's not a chance. He cannot execute this offense, dude. It's quick pace. Like, we don't have college. We don't get to do like cards on the side of the field. Like,
it's running game.
Right? Like, you have to actually just like.
Well, basically the quarterback's calling the plays.
There's a lot of that in this offense, yeah. And so, really, that's you cannot have somebody who's like just struggling to even execute plays. So,
yeah, I mean, it's like you said, it's a fast processing. Like, you have to come up, you have to be able to read the defense, and then you have to process where you're going to go and get rid of it.
Right.
Within 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds.
That's the baseline of the offense. I'm sure he tweaks it some, but like there is some of that element to it. I know that at Ohio State they kind of moved away from having all of the fast pace, so it's possible to run it non-fast pace. But still, it's not just the play pace, but like literally the processing of the plays, right? And who's open, who's not, whatever that stuff, right? Let's see.
Well, I want the run and gun pace. I want that. I want to wear out the defensive line. Because see, when you're running that, the defensive line becomes irrelevant because you're wearing them out. But the key is that you got to get that first down. You got to get that first down because that was his problem in Philadelphia. He couldn't get that first down, and he was flopping, right? Like everybody, the run and gun is a great idea, but if you're not getting first downs, it's a flop. It's not going to work. You're going to be 3 and out, which is the same thing we're doing, running the ball 3 times and kicking it, running it twice and throwing it once and kicking it. I mean, it's but you have to have somebody who's competent to run that. Not every quarterback in the NFL can run that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, now I want to put the link in the chat. Grab that and come on through. We'll talk.
You know what I like? Now that I think about it, because everybody looking at this diva tag that Aaron Rodgers have, and that can get misconstrued for competitiveness, right? Easily. And if we try to compete, I don't see a problem with having a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers because that'll hold Chip Kelly in place. Because the expectation is going to be there. And maybe this could just be a me thing because remember, y'all, I have this. How do I want to describe it? I have this backdoor alert just in case this Chip Kelly thing don't work out right. So it's a checks and balance for him. And I would probably feel more confident with like an Aaron Rodgers type quarterback because I know he can make changes and all that stuff at the line. And then they could work that out. And then we could call him a diva all we want just as long as we winning games. Now, Russ, he's going to be the go along to get along type guy. That's not to say he don't have input, but he's not going to challenge Chip. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about challenge in a competitive way because that's what we're talking about. That's the culture we got.
Right.
So I think I prefer the more and more we talk about it, it's becoming more and more clear to me who I would prefer. But like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to either one of them, all things considering.
Mm-hmm. Oh, snap.
Uh-oh.
Let's hear from a real G up in this. What is up, Dirty?
What up, Dirty?
What's going on,
What
bro?
up, Dirty?
Dirty.
What you
Out of world treat,
you
y'all.
decided to come through?
Yeah,
Where the
man.
Ryan jumped up in this pit?
Yeah, real quick, man. I had to jump in here real quick, man. Explain myself. You know what I mean? Basically, look, I'll take any other options over Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers right now. Just
Okay.
Justin Fields is a name I just threw out there. You know what I mean? Because I think he's young. I think he actually did well with Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? I actually think Pittsburgh would have did better if Justin Fields would have stayed in versus Russell Wilson. If you look at the reason why Pittsburgh really couldn't do shit when Russell Wilson came in is because they couldn't run the ball at all. You know what I mean? They went from 131 yards rushing a game with Justin Fields to barely averaging 30 to 40 yards rushing a game with Russell Wilson. You know what I mean? So
But Justin Fields was making up for it, but with his legs, you're saying, basically.
and not only with his legs, but the running back had better ability at getting runs off too. You know what I mean? Because now you have the threat of the quarterback who can run, as well as you got the running back. So a couple of them times where it felt like it should have been an option, you know what I mean? He made the right decision. Handed the ball off, and the running back got the yardage. You know what I mean? So for me, it's not just what Russell. Look, I watched Russell Wilson in the flag football game, and I'll be honest with you, the chemistry that he had with the tight end that we got, Bowers, I ain't like it. I just didn't like it. You know what I mean? He was throwing him shitty ass passes. He was throwing everybody else good passes. But the timing that he had with Bowers was just off. It was terrible. It looked unworkable.
Is it because Bowers running across the middle of the field, would you say?
No, because he was throwing them shitty ass passes when he was throwing everybody else good ones.
Well, that can be fixed though. That part can be fixed.
No, that sounded like hatred. Felt like hatred, bro. It felt like hatred watching it. You know what I mean? It felt like he.
He said the pass was so bad it was vindictive.
Yeah, it just looked evil, bro. It looked evil. It looked unfair. You know, but you know, my thing is, regardless of people saying, "Oh, well, him and Pete Carroll fixed their relationship," nah, bro, that shit's sour. That shit is sour. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, they'll never work together again. It's just not gonna happen. You know, Pete Carroll, old school, bro. He'll forgive you, but he ain't gonna forget you. You know what I mean? He'll forgive you for what you did. He ain't gonna forget what you did. And truthfully, both of them dudes, Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, they're locker room cancers, bro. The Jets was a way better team than people were giving them credit for. I honestly feel like they was a quarterback away, and they're still a quarterback away when they signed Aaron Rodgers. They were still a quarterback away.
Now that defense underperformed. That defense underperformed this year, Dirty. That defense didn't show up this year.
You can tell me that defense underperformed all you want to, but I'll tell you the same thing. I'll tell you when it comes to us. How long do I got to be on the goddamn field? Because they often
Aaron Rodgers.
Like they threw for 4,000 yards or something, though, Dirty. He wasn't. They went on the field
28 touchdowns,
more yards than we did. Twice.
The defense definitely took a step back this year.
He throws for 4,000 yards. How many games did they win?
Yeah, but the defense definitely took a step back this year, though.
Okay, cool.
But and the thing about it is, the issue is not all so much. See, the play on the field is a byproduct of what's happening in the head office. Because remember, like I always say, you win championships from the top down, not the player up. So they got all these issues, right? And then the defense is underperforming. They're not garbage. They're underperforming. I think that's something that you just got to give it a year. They're not giving enough time.
I didn't say that.
No. I didn't say they was garbage. I'm just saying it's like they took a step back. I'm not saying that they were garbage. I'm just saying that they took a step back, if not a step and a half.
I think the whole team took a step back, truthfully. And I think the offense shouldn't have regressed like it did. They should have been better than they were when Aaron Rodgers was on the sideline the year before, but they weren't. When they
wasn't this his first year playing with them though, for real?
Yeah, it was.
Still.
Yeah.
Wait, I mean, at least take him. You gotta give him at least half a season to get acclimated to the team.
You don't have to give a first ballot MVP.
No, that ain't true.
You don't have to give a first
ballot. What do you think
about
it,
bro?
Dirty, what about the injury thing? Like he's gonna be healthier this year than last year because of
he's still gonna be an issue for any team he go to.
I agree. He's a cancer.
You think he's gonna listen to a coach that's younger than him? That's what got his ass put out of Green Bay.
Well,
they tried. They tried.
Kelly got him.
Bro, nah, Chip Kelly don't got him, bro. I don't think Pete Carroll wants to deal with the issue. Truthfully.
No, they had an issue with him when they drafted Love. That's when the issue started.
Let's get another real G-ass opinion up in this piece. Because, why not, man? What's up? I come over.
What up? Am I in this bitch?
What
up?
You in here. You in here.
I'm fucking over here trying to fucking put my daughter's fucking computer desk and her fucking computer chair I got her for her birthday together. I'm fucking figuring I'd come tap in with y'all.
Are you over there putting
Happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños.
Yeah. Happy birthday to daughter Ben.
Putting that Amazon.
His Raider Ben daughter.
Yeah, daughter Ben. So good shit. Nah, you just doing
what the hell were y'all talking about?
Father thing. Man, we have an argument about Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. Should they be
Sam Darnold in? I'll take
Sam Darnold. Did you just say bring in Sam Darnold? Hell no.
Okay.
I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on it. I'm just saying.
27 guys.
Don't even bring that. Don't even bring that in my sector, bruh.
Stafford?
Listen, Stafford ain't
I wouldn't even take Stafford.
Stafford ain't going nowhere.
I think he is.
They say $4 million by getting rid of Stafford. Why would you do that?
I mean, what's your other options? I mean, because honestly, I
keep
think
Stafford for $4 million.
Huh?
He's not gonna retire.
I think he needs to.
Really?
I think he needs to.
Wasn't he just in the playoffs last year?
Mm-hmm.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
Wasn't?
Yeah, he was.
The Jets wasn't in no playoffs last year.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't?
The Rams?
Oh, I thought you was talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
No, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford is a year removed from the playoffs.
No, I'm just saying he was in the playoffs last year and they won a first round game.
He was in the playoffs this year.
So why would you retire when you playing at that level?
No, I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant.
Yeah. Stafford. Listen, if Stafford is available, he's absolutely the best quarterback we could add. But he's not going to be available.
He is available.
Because they're not going to cut him because it would cost them so much money. They only save $4 million. What you going to trade for him?
It's a trade.
37-year-old Matt Stafford.
Well, look, you trade them a late round pick and you absorb the contract. Because the Giants are reaching out for a trade. Matthew Stafford is available. Look, the Rams are financial cap. They got financial cap hell right now. Let's just be honest about that. They got to free up some money the best way they can, however they can. And they're letting Cooper Kupp go.
They are doing that.
They're either going to trade him or let him go. It's one or the other.
Well, yeah, because that's news to me. I remember I was telling people when he won that Triple Crown, I said Cooper Kupp has peaked out, y'all. He would never be the same in the whole shenanigan. Now, with that being said, though,
$20 million.
huh?
Let him go because he's due $20 million.
I was about to say,
hold on,
with that being said, he's not worth the money that he probably gonna ask for. So because he keep getting injured, so he got to go somewhere else now. Now, would I take Cooper Kupp? Definitely, but he gonna have to come off some of that money, a bunch of it.
So what? Stafford and Kupp together? Bring them both?
No, we don't need Stafford.
Honestly, I think if you got a Justin Fields,
I think out of all the veterans, if you're talking about Rodgers, Russell, or Stafford, and I got to trade a late round pick and pay Stafford, just do it. Like,
I
what are you
do
talking
that.
37? Like,
I do
he's
that.
better.
Over Russell and Rodgers, I do that, bro. I'll do that.
Yeah, I think I would have to roll with that. I don't mind Matthew Stafford. He does throw some dumb interceptions, though. He is reckless with the ball.
He's always done that, though. He's done that his whole
Him
career.
and Chip Kelly's offense? Come on, guys. You already know what happened.
Man,
Hey, look, you need somebody with some feet to run the Chip Kelly offense. I'm just being honest.
Not necessarily. There's two different versions. He has the pocket quarterback version of the offense that he calls.
What's the more potent one?
Definitely the one with the run. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Definitely the one with the running quarterback, right?
But you don't have to if you have a really good quarterback that processes, has arm talent like Stafford or Aaron Rodgers.
Chip Kelly brings the offense from Ohio State that he ran last year, bro. Justin Fields will fit in perfectly.
He can't throw to anybody.
But that offense doesn't require the ball to go down the field past 15 yards. It doesn't require it. That's the thing about it. There's plays that
I don't want to be that offense.
And he drops some deep. But if you look at his accuracy this year that just passed compared to his previous years in fucking Chicago,
He was half field reads.
4-2 in 6 games.
I ain't worried about it. He ain't going nowhere.
Regardless of whatever he was doing bad, he was 4-2 as a starter in 6 games.
Or was the defense for him?
Do we have a quarterback that was 4 in anything?
No.
Do we have one starting quarterback from last year that was 4 in anything?
Do we have a defense that was holding people to 10 points?
We had a team that was 4 in anything.
We have quarterbacks
that was winning the game 13 to 10.
We have a quarterback that did that.
Name one start by our starting quarterback where he didn't score 13 points. Because that's all it took to win for Justin Fields in those games. Pittsburgh's defense was insane. They were shutting everybody down. 13, 17 points to win the game.
Our defense would give up 21 points, it'd be over, just like it was this year.
So I just wanted to point this out. EC is right. He says credit for even mentioning Mac Jones. Most channels haven't even brought up his name. There are things to like with Mac. I don't think anyone expects him to be a long-term answer. And that is the point. Mac Jones may end up being one of those really good quasi-starter, put him in front of your rookie guys, right? Where, the rookie's going to get in there soon. So just let him, make sure the line's doing what they're supposed to do, and then he can switch over to the sideline with his childbearing hips.
I disagree with that with Mac Jones. He's a proven winner. He just hasn't found the right offensive coordinator in the right system for him.
Okay.
I think it's more than that, honestly. With Mac Jones, I think it's more than that.
I think when he played at the Patriots the first year he was there, he went to the playoffs, and then he left, and then he didn't do anything. So I mean, I think that he's looking for, he's just not hitting more. He just hasn't got. He's got championship qualities, dude. He's won champions.
And to top it off, Pizzle, he refused to fucking come here. He refused to come here.
Well, I don't know if he come here or not, but
Mac Jones, he refused to come here.
I know
Letting him go. He was a free agent, and they was signing people in the middle of the season, and we needed a quarterback. That's how we ended up with Desmond Ritter.
Well, maybe that's because he didn't want to play with AP, which I wouldn't have blamed him. Like,
it don't matter.
It does matter.
Once we offer you,
it's unappealing.
If you refuse us, we're done with you.
Yes. No. Yeah, that's a lie. Because just because he didn't want to come in under that regime doesn't mean they have another conversation and then that could be rectified. Like,
you know why? You know how I'm gonna shoot holes in this shit? Where did he go? Where did he go?
Jacksonville.
Exactly. He went to fucking Jacksonville. And they were worse than us.
What are you talking about?
Mac Jones.
He finished the year on the Giants.
He went to Jacksonville.
Yeah, but their franchise ain't worse than ours.
Their team was.
The offense that for him wasn't. So
just saying. Once we offer you and you say no, man, I'm done on you.
So hey Pizzle.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what is Mac Jones' strength?
He can make every pass. He can make every throw.
Oh.
No, he can't. Good.
He didn't have that strong of an arm.
They gave up on him. If he could do all the things that you're saying he could do, New England would have never gave up on him.
They gave up on him because they had Pat Patricia fucking calling the offense, dude. You can't have a defensive coordinator calling the offense.
Bro,
that's true for sure.
You don't remember when they lost to us? How pissed off he was when fucking they couldn't get the play call in. He was all fucking heated at them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta get. We go over this all the time, dude. You gotta get the right quarterback with the right coach. You can't coach the guy up. He's not going to do anything. He's not getting coached up.
That got rolled over for the fucking touchdown and
he got rolled up. He did by Jones. He did. He got rolled up. But that happens. It's all right.
I'm good. You're entitled to your opinion, but for me, bro, I just feel like give up on a first round draft pick, bro. There's a reason for it. And you can't convince
they didn't have the offensive. They didn't have the offensive coordinator that they used to have when they drafted him. That's why. Their offensive coordinator became our head coach, and then he went down the shitter.
Belichick was there. He couldn't do anything
because Pat Patricia was fucking calling the plays, dude. You can't have a defensive coordinator calling offensive plays.
That's an issue.
That the guy is worth taking a chance on. I'm sorry, you just can't.
I hear you. I mean, I'm just saying he's got championship.
How much he asking for?
Where's Jalen Hurts come from?
If he
how much is what?
I still pass. If he asks for
Mac Jones,
I'm still passing.
Yeah, he be asking for backup money.
He has to.
Like Minshew money?
Maybe less.
Minshew, since he got years.
Not really. Maybe. Let's say it was Minshew money.
I hope not.
Let's just say he was asking for Minshew.
Right, like 12.
And he went to Alabama. He was an Alabama quarterback.
Yep. So is Jalen Hurts. So is Tua, or not Tua.
Why you looking
Jalen
like
Hurts,
that?
baby.
Why you looking like that, Hotspot? Because he's an Alabama quarterback. You know how I feel about Alabama quarterbacks.
Like that's supposed to mean something. How many of their quarterbacks have panned out in the NFL?
Well, right now, Hurts just won the Super Bowl.
Hurts.
Damn,
but is he really though? Because he went to Oklahoma. Just saying.
Is one. That is one.
But how many of them have gone down?
Even though he didn't finish at Alabama, right?
No,
he didn't.
Because Tua ran him out of town.
Yeah, but Tua was nice too.
Tua
was nice too, though.
And who's better?
Tua was nice.
But Mac Jones was better than both of them.
No.
Wow.
And what? Why win?
Not happening.
When was that?
You can't get that. You gonna tell me Mac Jones is better than Jalen Hurts?
Yep, he can throw better balls.
You
Okay,
crazy.
who ran
You
the
crazy.
offense better in Alabama?
Man,
I watched it.
Mac Jones can play in the NFL for another 30 years, nigga. He'll still never see a Super Bowl.
All right. Like I said, get him the right offensive coordinator. We'll see.
He's a very systemy quarterback, man, and that stuff is. I think that's what we worry about when we say Sam Darnold, right? Are you a Sam Darnold proponent? Would you bring him in? Huh?
If
For
you
the
go
money,
for the right
right?
amount of money, not this 126 million people be putting up, you must be crazy. Ain't getting that boy no 100 million for nothing. He is a glorified backup.
So,
He is a glorified backup. Always has been.
He made some throws. He was a high draft pick.
Backup. If the rookie didn't get hurt, Sam Darnold wouldn't have started.
J-Dog, thanks for showing out. He
He
said straight
up and
fifth
threw
and
4,000
six.
yards. I mean, he choked in the playoffs.
Oh,
You should have 3,000 to 4,000 yards with a fucking Justin Jefferson and the other dude on the other side. You should have that.
It don't work like that.
He made some throws, man. For
It
real.
don't work like that. It ain't like both receivers having 1,500 yard seasons or 1,100 yard seasons. But hold on, wait a minute though.
He wasn't throwing touchdowns, just like the boy in Atlanta. There was a short stint in the NFL season where he wasn't throwing touchdowns.
No, I agree. Like that's cool. Like Sam Darnold, you did see the thing about it is he's already solidified that he can go through a regular season and do what it takes to get to the postseason. It's what happened to him once he got to the postseason. That's why his net worth went, his value went down because it was like, oh hell no,
We got pressure. We lost.
So I agree with that. My question is this, though. Hold on, I'm trying to wrap my brain around this. So Mac Jones is better than Jalen Hurts and Tua, right? No, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't watch college like that, right? And the messed up part about it is I just looked at kind of like the trends of players, and now that I'm starting to look back, I'm like, damn, I'm missing a lot of, you know what I'm saying, players, because I started paying attention to Nick Saban like recently. He didn't retire now. I didn't fell in love with Nick Saban, so to speak. So now I'm starting to see these things, right? So then I start asking myself, well, why don't the quarterback translate then? You know what I'm saying? But to your argument, Jalen Hurts is 1-1, so that kind of knocks the argument in half. So my thing is, with all that being said, Mac Jones could have just ended up in a bad New York because New York is bad for real.
Let me ask you.
And is he really that bad?
Who was Josh Allen when Josh Allen came out in the draft? Who was Josh Allen? Be honest.
Who was Josh Allen?
Whose board was he top of?
What's that?
Whose board was he top of?
Listen, Phil Sims. Or Chris Sims, sorry.
Yeah,
Chris Sims had a
Really?
I think
he
was really erratic, but he was athletic and had a cannon for an arm.
Yeah, but that's one person out of how many people that do the draft?
Do Mac Jones got any national championships?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. So wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Bro, I just gave away a Mac Jones autographed helmet, bro, from Alabama. I just gave one away, bro.
Shit, I wish you would have gave it to me.
Right.
I gave it to an Alabama fan, but still,
Alabama
fan, but that's cool.
I'm from Alabama, and my dad could not stand Alabama. He liked Auburn because a lot of even the Alabama fans don't even watch the football game. They just Alabama fans. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is down there.
Alabama, I mean, we're being honest, and I'm not trying to shit on Alabama, but what else is in Alabama besides the fucking Crimson Tide?
Crimson Tide.
Auburn is there.
Tide, that's all that's there.
Auburn is there.
Well, yeah, but
I guess you got that, but I'm just saying for the most part.
I mean, it just so happened they had Nick Saban in Alabama. Like, damn, like, yeah, like.
Well, he was in LSU back in the day.
Yeah.
When Jamarcus Russell won the national title.
Was he?
Yep.
Hey, that boy Nick Saban is on another level. I know he was on another level.
For college, you can't cut it in the NFL.
It's different, definitely. But as a college coach, dominant, right?
As a college coach, I get all the respect in the world. As an NFL coach,
hey, but let me ask you something though. So you telling me though, if he decided he really wanted to coach NFL, you don't think he could succeed at that?
No, he
failed already.
He tried one time and bounced. I think he tried it. He tried it like Jacksonville or something, and then he didn't make it.
Right. And the reason why he said that didn't work was because they didn't have a quarterback, and he kept telling them you can't win in the league without a quarterback. And then what's that?
Trevor Lawrence is a quarterback.
No, that was way before Trevor Lawrence. So this was way back. This is after LSU, after Jamarcus Russell.
And then he was gonna, and then he traded, and then they was gonna go get Drew Brees, and then that trade didn't go through because he didn't pass the physical. Now, had Nick Saban got Drew Brees with that defense, stop it. You can't tell me they wasn't gonna win games. They had defense then.
To be accurate, so Saban, it was the Dolphins actually, not Jacksonville. So
it was the Dolphins.
Yeah, my bad.
So
I just know it was one of these.
It was Florida.
Yeah, one of those Florida teams wearing teal.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
One season.
Mac Jones. If Mac Jones, maybe we should consider Mac Jones if he coming in on a mid contract, like because we definitely about to get rid of Minshew.
Shit, give me Rodgers. If we think about Mac Jones, go ahead and give me Rodgers. Then.
Well, this is the thing. How many quarterbacks do you think we need to add? Because
like 3.
I'm of the opinion that all the quarterbacks on this roster need to go elsewhere.
Right. We need to add like 3 quarterbacks.
I think we need one in free agency and one in the draft.
So,
and one for real
free agency and one in the draft.
Right. Because if we only get one in free agency, the one we get in the draft gonna play for us, yo.
No, you let one of the 2 that's here go. You let one of the 2 that's here that's go. You
gonna play for us, yo.
Why not just both of them?
Because AOC is
just give me 8 games out of each one of them,
and you can't let him go right now. He's still on the contract.
AOC, he's the fourth round. Just
boy, it don't matter. He's still on the contract. You got to go through preseason, cut him to let him go. You can't just.
No, you just get to him right now. You don't have to wait.
Who are we talking about?
Big into that nigga. AOC. Why are we? Come on, y'all. Let that man go find somewhere he can be successful.
Exactly. Let that man
Didn't you say that?
As a backup.
Didn't you say that he can be more than a backup?
He want to try to go start somewhere. You gotta let that man breathe.
No. This is the route AOC gotta go. He gotta be on a roster and everybody forget he's there, and whoever's starting there get hurt, and he come in and then he go crazy.
He ain't gonna do that for us.
He ain't never gonna
do that for us. Right.
He ain't never gonna earn the starting position nowhere. I don't care where you send him. He gonna always be a good backup.
You keep the okay.
He gonna always be a good backup. But he ain't never gonna be nobody.
So Mac Jones, what that say? 5.4 million? Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Mac Jones?
Yeah, 5 million.
That's too much for me. That's too much money for me.
And Pete Carroll's good with quarterbacks too. Good at developing quarterbacks too, which is what he needs. Which is what Mac Jones needs.
That is what he needs.
Needs to be honed.
My boy,
You know what?
Where's he from?
Since you saying that, that's why I'm telling you, Justin Fields would be the best bet.
Is Mac Jones a California quarterback?
I honestly feel like if Justin Fields came here, I think Pete Carroll can do the same for him that he did.
Hell no, he gonna get hurt.
I think he can do the same thing that he did for old boy in Seattle, bro.
He gonna get hurt.
He revived his career. I don't think he's gonna get hurt. Look, you
Justin Fields to get hurt out here.
You add a Justin Fields to your mix, and then you build a line around up front. You know what I mean? Wide line up front. You add you a quarterback in the draft, be it first round, third round, whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, me personally, I want to see what the boy got.
He looked like a quarterback. Hold on, man. Y'all playing with me, man. Hold on.
So, Raider Ben, we'll be happy to have you back when you come in. Just some stuff to clean up. Yeah, 2005 to 2006 Miami Dolphins. The team that Saban inherited was not very good. Salary cap issues. He really probably should not have taken that job, and that was his only real, only stint with the head coaching position in the NFL. So, still don't know. Maybe one day he'll try to make another.
Probably not.
No,
but
he's done.
Yeah, but the thing about it is if he would have had a quarterback, he would have went crazy.
Might be right.
Especially if he'd have got Drew Brees.
We had a question about Western not being here tonight. He's not, but he will be here Friday. So I'll tune in.
Drew Brees went crazy. What's up, SoCal?
Chat, see what up, Western?
What up? Yeah, I seen him. I shot him out.
Yeah, Western's up in here. He'll be here Friday. We'll get some Westradamus talk on this. And maybe he'll just predict who we're going to sign, and then we can just go ahead and move on, guys.
Now I got to go look at this Mac Jones guy, man.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Go look at him. Go look at his highlights. Alabama lights it up.
So, yeah. I mean, listen, I brought him up just because he's an option thing, and sometimes a guy looks undervalued, and maybe he has childbearing hips at the draft, and maybe he gets stiff arms.
He's a childbearing.
I just don't like when the league gives certain players stigmatized labels. You know what I'm saying? Like they did Luka. Like all of a sudden Luka out of shape. Like how the hell Luka out of shape? And this nigga averaged a triple double.
That's not how.
And then people start arguing. He woke up the court every time. I'm like, well, what's the rest of them doing running up and down the court? They not averaging a triple double. They doing it wrong then. Maybe they need to start walking up the court. So
just because he ain't rushing.
So the thing with Mac Jones, maybe I start thinking he's not good because, for one, I don't see him play because he played in New England, and two, everybody was saying he was ass, and I'm like, I don't know any reason to believe different, but I ain't never really watched him. So, with that being said,
I'll say that he did beat us, didn't he?
He what?
He beat us.
Jacksonville. Yeah, he did. He beat us.
Because his rookie year, he went 22-13.
No.
How the fuck you go 22-13 your rookie year?
Slow down. Let me finish. We're talking touchdown to interception ratio.
Okay.
That's a lot of games, bro.
I was like, what?
I'm just looking at his record now. So he's 54-44 overall. So I'm like, he's not a loser.
No, definitely not that.
So it could be conditions.
What's his touchdown to interception overall?
No, 54-44.
That's his touchdown to interception?
Yeah, 54-44.
Man, that's a lot, bro.
I took that as his record. I need to go look at his record. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying he won't lose on the field. on the field.
I'm
Like
sorry.
I'm talking about the turnover battle. You don't lose the turnover battle. That's like the most important thing you want to know about your quarterback is like his turnover ratio.
So he has 55 touchdowns to 44 interceptions.
54 to 44.
54 touchdowns to 44 interceptions. That's
Yeah.
a shitty ass ratio.
Well,
That is a fucking awful ratio.
Well, not when you playing for New England.
That's almost 1-to-1.
Yeah,
That's
not when
almost
you playing for New England.
Anyway,
But first of all, we're talking about
that is almost 1-to-1.
It is almost 1-to-1.
That's for every touchdown you throw an interception.
Okay.
And that's why they haven't won any games.
Yeah, but see, you're looking at a big picture type thing, and I'm just looking at his ability to not have more turnovers than
I can't see anything but the big picture.
because I'm not looking at him in the macro Jones version of himself. I'm just looking at the micro version of itself because I'm like, okay, because a lot of it could do with the fact that New England is not no offensive juggernaut. So his rookie season that he came out, 22 touchdowns and 13 interceptions, that's pretty decent to me with a 92 rating, 92.5 rating, 3,800 yards. So he not ass.
Look. Ain't nobody ass in the NFL because it's the NFL.
No, ain't no Connell was ass. Sorry.
I'm telling you.
I don't literally mean ass, but I mean you know what I mean.
I'm looking at the big picture. You're right. I look at the overall picture.
Yeah.
I look at can he get me anywhere close to where I want to be? And the answer is no.
No, he got the potential.
No.
I see it.
I don't see it. Nobody does.
No. I just so I'm a nobody now. That's what we doing.
No, I'm not saying you. But I'm saying as far as the NFL, I mean, look, bro.
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
Jacksonville, bro. Out of all the teams that needed a serviceable backup quarterback, he ended up on Jacksonville. That's only because they lost Trevor Lawrence.
He was just trying to get out of town.
Look, if it was just
I thought he played for.
You would have took the first offer that came to you from the Raiders who needed a starting quarterback at the time. But no, you chose to go to Jacksonville and sit for a week behind Trevor Lawrence, not understanding that he was going to get hurt. You don't know if somebody's going to get hurt or not. But he chose to go sitting on the bench behind somebody else besides coming here and earning a starting position that was up for grabs. That tells me you have the balls to be in the NFL. You don't have what it takes to be a Raider. Why would I want you to?
Man, it don't take much to be a Raider. That's we gotta stop that.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there. That it don't take much when it used to take.
I'm just looking at his games though played.
You can look at his games. You can look at anything, and I'm telling you. Players that we used to get that would come here and do something that wanted to be Raiders and was getting overlooked had to earn that. I don't want somebody who doesn't want to be here. And he doesn't want to be here.
I wouldn't have wanted to be here under AP either.
It doesn't matter, bro. Look,
you keep saying it don't matter. He does matter.
Everybody gets up and goes and works a fucking job every day.
But you choose your job. That's the whole thing. You ain't at the mercy of just because a team called you. He knew he was gonna get a job somewhere.
Let's be honest. A lot of people don't get that.
And Jacksonville was garbage last year. And it wasn't because of him.
Their job. A lot
you
of
know
people
what?
don't get that luxury. They just don't. The reality.
I appreciate it.
40% of America does
want
not
to see Mac Jones.
What they want to do.
I want to see Mac Jones.
I don't. I'm good. I'm gonna
go look at some. I'm gonna go look at some film now.
That hat is fire though, dirty, for real. That hat's fire. SoCal South thinks so too, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hey, them was the old school. Remember they had them old school.
No, it's not old school.
No, I know, but they had them back in the
Yeah,
old school.
I like
you gotta wear it
snapback.
low. You gotta wear it where it's like this.
Yeah, it went
I know,
that how they had it start
you can't see
big
me,
and then
I
on
look
the
like,
bill.
I look like I could be
Yeah.
SA like this. You know what I mean? Like you can't
You
see
never know.
everything. Just
That's
see
like
stuff.
90. That's like
Cello.
93 through 95.
So,
Somewhere.
not that goddamn high. I'm not not George Jefferson.
He said,
airlining back
it's a
here.
little much.
But,
A little much.
no, I'm just
Mac Jones got traded from New England for a 6th-round pick. He wasn't a free agent and declined the Raiders. So, like, it's not his fault he got traded. So, there you go.
but he
Maybe
declined.
he could have got traded.
We were gonna give a 6th-round pick for him too, and he declined to come here. It's basically he declined to come here. So that means there was an offer on the table. We wanted you, but you didn't want to come here.
It's a better team, bro.
He didn't.
That-
How did
that-
he
that only
Would you
makes
want to come
sense.
play for AP as a quarterback? Look at the quarterbacks on their AP. What happened to them?
Jones, Mac Jones.
Bro.
They both
Bro.
have their careers.
Hey,
ruined.
the Raider franchise
Those
is literally
kids possibly
on
starting
fire when they
quarterbacks, and now
offered
they're
him.
not.
Hey, you want to come here? He was like, I can smell the smoke from here. Nah, I'm cool.
He's like, them two quarterbacks are bodies already.
Man, let's do a 3-way trade then, man. Let's do a 3-way trade where Mac Jones goes to motherfucking New Orleans and Derek Carr comes back home, man. Fuck that.
Okay, I'm with that.
You don't even got to do a trade.
I'm
dude.
with that. Hey, you know what? That's why I've always liked you. We can always find common ground somewhere.
You know
I like
what?
that.
Oh, man.
I like
Y'all
that
might
about
find common
you.
ground, but I'll tell you somebody who you not finding common ground with that shit about.
What up, Jack? Kevin?
Oh God, here we go. Red alert!
They said-
Red alert!
Red alert.
They said, bring back Derek Carr. I know someone who will be a serious fan of that.
Hell to the no.
I say bring back Derek Carr. I mean, I ain't go. I mean, this might sound a little bit weird.
Oh,
Even
hell
coming from
no.
me because I'm not a big Derek Carr fan. But I would bring back Derek Carr on a jug before I gave goddamn Sam Darnold $40 million. You have to
There you go.
I love all of you guys, bro, but any of y'all think that we need to overpay Sam Darnold? Everybody that thinks we should overpay for Matthew Stafford, you guys are fucking crazy as fuck, dude.
Stafford.
Oh, I didn't say overpay. I didn't say. I said.
Man, you're gonna have to overpay for either one of
for
them.
a low amount of money.
Stafford, you got to absorb his contract for 1 year, and that's it.
Yeah, Mac Jones.
You can
Man,
negotiate the
even
rest.
worth it.
He good though. Stafford.
That motherfucker's one fucking Joey Bosa blindside sack away from retiring. I don't want his motherfucking ass.
Who?
Motherfucking fucking old buddy Matthew Stafford.
Oh,
I thought you meant Derek Carr.
You don't seem like a hang tough guy. Like he's going.
He is for sure.
Hell no.
Yeah, for sure.
Ain't straight, but straight, man.
Hey, Pizzle, you might have put me on game, bro.
He said,
I'm
Mac,
sitting here
you
looking
still
at this
got
ball.
Mac Jones?
I'm looking at Mac Jones throwing this ball in the middle of the field like he don't care.
Go look. Mac Jones. Look. I'll tell you this. This is what I know. This is what I know to be true about Mac Jones. Mac Jones is going to give you a phenomenal 3 quarters to start the game, and he's going to blow the game in the 4th quarter for you. That's what he's done his whole.
He gonna blow it.
He's going to blow the game.
just run the ball. Run the ball.
No, wait. When you say he gonna blow it, you mean by like throwing a late interception?
He going to throw a late interception. He going to fumble. He going to do something.
It sounds like Derek Carr.
He gonna give you a solid 3 quarters. First 3 quarters of the game, he gonna give you hard. Oh, and then he gonna disappear.
That sounds like the
And I
Raiders
saw it
team.
firsthand when we played them a couple of years ago in Vegas. He balled the first 3 quarters, in the last fucking he threw nothing. He just fucking disappeared.
Wasn't it overtime when they got that interception in the game?
That's what I'm saying. He played a phenomenal.
Oh, and he can run.
Hey, I got a question because this isn't my show.
No. He can't run.
No.
Do
What I mean by he can run, that he know when to run. Like, come on.
Hey, I got a question. EC Everett, if you think your argument's more valid than mine, my friend, you can feel free to hit the link. I think Hotspot posted in the link, bro. Posted the chat, the link in the chat. He said that I guess if you use enough F-bombs, it makes your argument more valid. Bro, that's just who I am, dog. You clearly don't even know who the hell I am. But if you think your argument's more valid than mine, you can hit the link, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you can come in here if you want to do that.
I don't mean to go at your chat, but he's kind of going at me. You know what I'm saying?
You just have to defend your opinion.
I'll definitely.
I don't mean to come up here and drop a bunch of F-bombs, bro. I have a mouth of a sailor, bro. It's just who I am, dog.
Yeah, man. I knew you were coming with that. No, hell no. If I don't want F-bombs, I wouldn't have brought you here.
See, somebody gets it. Thank you, Hotspot. I appreciate that, bro.
He sure throws it to the tight end a lot. I'm just saying.
This guy. What have you done, Bizzle?
It's what hasn't Pizzle done is the question, not what has he done. What hasn't he done?
Come on, man. You know what, man? You know what, man?
Jack Kenna in this piece. Legendary.
Jack Kenna.
So to kind of talk about the whole quarterback thing, right? Like, I'm not really in on a lot of these veteran quarterbacks, bro. Like, if we're gonna bring in a free agent quarterback, bro, I want like Justin Fields or like one of these younger kids that we can teach, bro. I'm over getting the old aging veteran quarterback, bro. It just doesn't work out for us, bro. The days of Jim Plunkett and Rich Gannon, bro, like that's in the past, dude. We're not getting that anymore, bro. You know what I'm saying? If anything, we're going to overpay one of these old veterans just for them to come over here and completely look like dog shit, bro. Like, I'm good. I'd rather look like dog shit with a young quarterback so he kind of has an excuse, bro. These veteran quarterbacks, bro, they're just going to come. I feel like a lot of these dudes, bro, especially Matthew Stafford, he's going to come over here and get killed, dude. We don't have the O-line for Matthew Stafford. You think Aiden O'Connell ain't mobile? Let's put Matthew Stafford at like 39 years old behind that offensive line. Let's see who's really not mobile.
37, but yeah.
Yeah, well, you get the argument. I'm just saying that he's just old.
Yeah, same thing. I'm just trying to correct the record.
If we bringing people back, man. Look, let's do this, man. If we bringing people back, for at least like a 2 to 3 year go at it. I'm gonna tell you right now. Bring back DC, bring back DA, bring back motherfucking Khalil Mack. You know what I mean? But who else out there that deserves a chance to come back and fight for a ring? They got 2 to 3 years left in them that they can give everything they got. Bring all them motherfuckers back. Bring them all back. If that's what we doing.
If that's what want those guys back, I just don't want Carr back, dude.
We're never gonna win the championship.
Let's just do that. If that's what we're gonna do, if we just gonna bring old ass people in and not really build for the future, let's just do that.
Carr, Russ, or Rodgers, guys?
Carr.
Depending on the price tag, I would take Russell Wilson.
Russ,
okay, what you got? He said Mac Jones.
I got Rodgers. I could go. But yeah, between Rodgers, Russell's, and
this motherfucker only wants Mac Jones. He's an Alabama fan. Mac Jones is dog shit. Don't nobody want him.
All right.
I'm not.
So you got Fizzle.
So Jack Kenna is it's not my show. You know what I mean? I can't just bring you in. That's not my.
But let me see.
Jack.
So what were the options?
You want to come on, Jack, for a minute? Hit the link in the chat. It's in there. You put it back in.
Yeah, scroll to the top of the chat. You'll see the link.
I take Mac Jones for the price.
Put it back in.
We could build around.
He wants to know if you had to choose between Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, or Aaron Rodgers. Just those three guys. Which one would you take?
Rodgers. I take Rodgers over those two easy.
Okay, what you got?
Not even a question.
What you got? Stam I am. Carr, Russell, Rodgers.
So look. Look, I'm fucking. Mac Jones, $5 million. That's half of that's half of Minshew money, right? That's like half of Minshew money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's like you only got like $20 in your pocket, right? You on the dice, and you got all your money in the field. You might as well go to put that 20 on like the, you know what I'm saying, on the yo or something. You might hit right there. Like you said, the dude can throw the ball, bro. He ain't, bro. He not as bad as I thought he was in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
I never said he couldn't throw the ball.
No, when I say about throw the ball, I mean like he could look like Pizzle was saying, he could throw the ball, like he could throw it on all the levels, like. And I don't know what his decision making is like, or is, you know what I'm saying. I ain't watched the games to start scrutinizing them, but I know one thing: for $5 million, I know for $5 million, we might could do something with that.
So let me ask you a question, bro. Can you please name me a starting quarterback in the NFL drafted in the first round, right? Mac Jones was drafted in the first round.
Yeah.
Right? Can you please name me one starting quarterback in the NFL drafted in the first round that's making $5 million in their 5th year in the NFL?
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, you're right. I think Sam Darnold's still on his rookie contract, dude.
Sam Darnold just cashed in that contract for fucking $100 million from the goddamn Vikings.
No, he didn't. He only signed a 1-year deal with the Vikings.
Yeah, because he was with the Niners and he's on
about
the
to get a big contract. He never even got to finish his rookie contract with the Jets. He ended up going to the Niners, and this was the final year of his rookie contract.
Well, still.
Yeah, but
what has he done?
All that, but even with, let's just say he's the only one. So let me tell, from that perspective, then, yeah, his draft stock and all that has plummeted. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's a bust for real. Like, we keep talking about we not gonna find Plunkett and all that shit. I get that, we might not. But what I do know about the Raiders is we find steaks in the garbage cans, right? So yeah. He sound like he fucking fit the bill right now to me.
Right, bro. I would love for you to be right. But look, let's just say they go get him. Let's just say they go get him, right? We go get Sam Darnold, $5 million.
No, not Sam Darnold.
Or whatever the fuck his name is. Mac Jones. Whatever.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah,
Mac
Jones.
Yeah.
Mac Jones.
You saying
Mac Jones.
We was talking about Sam Darnold.
No.
We was talking about Sam Darnold.
Wait, all right, go ahead.
We were talking about Sam Darnold.
Yeah, y'all was, but the question, but he asked me a question though.
The question was Carr, Rodgers, Russell.
Yeah, y'all was finished with that conversation.
Then you said, well, Mac Jones for $5 million. Then you brought up Sam Darnold.
I ain't hear none of that. I'm talking about Mac Jones. Fuck all that.
Darnold.
Very focused on some Mac Jones right now because.
So okay. What's your question? What's the question? Who's the 3 quarterbacks?
I would
Carr,
say
Rodgers, Russell.
Thank you.
Carr, who?
Carr,
Rodgers, or Russell Wilson.
I would probably go with Carr.
Hell no.
How many votes? That's 2 for Carr.
Man, you guys sound like a bunch of bitter ex-girlfriends. Can we let go of Derek Carr already? God damn.
I wasn't even talking about Derek Carr. Damn. I was talking about this nigga Mac Jones.
Come on, man, we're getting the right defense.
I know what you were talking about, Black. I'm just saying he got brought up again. Like, fuck, can we move on from Derek Carr already? And usually I'm the motherfucker that stays talking about Derek Carr.
Come on.
Well, this is actually a year we have to actually consider it as a viable thing.
It's got to be a viable option.
Yeah, I mean, it's a viable option if we can get him for like $22 million or something. Anything more than that, bro, we're overpaying Derek.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Dude, what is he making right now? Like $35 million? You think Derek Carr's worth $35 million the way he's playing right now? Hell no. So so I feel like 22 to 25 is where he needs to make his bread at. His career is pretty much over with. Let's keep it a bean, bro. Derek Carr's career is pretty much over with, bro. He's not winning anywhere else, dude.
I don't know about that.
I cannot see him winning anywhere. Dude, everybody said let's send him to the Saints so he can have good receivers, a good defense, a good running game. And how many wins did that amount to in the Saints, bro?
Because that shit imploded too.
In the weakest division of football. In the weakest division of football.
In the weakest division of football. I forgot about that.
And their coach was bad.
You left that
Their
one.
coach
The dude couldn't even beat out fucking Baker Mayfield, who was considered a
Nah,
fucking
Baker Mayfield him, bro.
bust. Yeah, I know, but a couple
Their
years
coach was
ago, a lot of
bad,
people
and they had
considered
injuries.
Baker Mayfield a bust before
True.
he went to the Buccaneers and revitalized
right,
his
Mac
career.
Jones is
True.
right
Coach
now.
was
saying.
bad, and they had
That's
injuries.
right, what Mac Jones
That's
is.
true.
They had a lot of
think-
injuries. I think
You
I
right.
think fucking running back missed half the season, right?
Come the anchovies.
But this is the
wide
thing.
receiver was gone after
Word.
week 4, week 5.
Would you rather? I'll just put it like this: I would rather spend $5 million on Mac Jones than $25 million on Derek Carr.
Definitely.
That's all.
I'd rather just rock
Um,
Aiden O'Connell for $570,000, bro. Bro, fuck all that, dude. Hell no, screw both of them, bro. Like Aiden
I
O'Connell
told you.
is
I
probably
told you.
better than
Damn.
Mac Jones,
I mean,
bro. He's
I
way
said-
cheaper.
You was winning until you said that.
Now y'all know I'm
Oh,
standing on
man.
Aiden O'Connell until he's no longer given a shot. He's out of the league or off our team, bro. I'm always, bro. Aiden's a lot better than what some of
Hey, I
y'all
feel you.
is, bro.
Aiden's not better than Mac Jones, bro.
What did Mac Jones start any fucking
Hell
games
no,
this
ain't
last
they better than no
season?
Mac Jones.
He's not better than Mac Jones, bro.
All right, you can take your
Not even
Alabama
close.
fan hat off.
Ain't better than no Mac Jones.
It's not even close, bro. It's not even close.
I mean, fucking Mac Jones is dog shit, bro.
No, I can look at.
I was saying no O'Connell.
Look,
Ain't no
Ain't
Connell
no
is dog.
Collins
He
doesn't
might
even
not be
carry
great.
Mac Jones as jack
I look at
around,
their
bro.
highlights.
Alabama out of it. Let's just
Their highlights ain't even the same.
I ain't never seen fucking Aiden O'Connell get stiff armed to the fucking see Satan the way Chandler Jones
Yeah,
stiff
well,
armed
I
Mac
ain't never
Jones.
seen. I ain't never seen Aiden O'Connell win a national championship.
Damn.
Hey, I hear you, Pizzle, but you and Black was saying the dude that was eating his boogers on the sideline gave the Raiders the best chance
Yeah,
to win,
who
bro.
got your
Y'all
boy
can
all
miss
them
me with
yards
that,
this
bro.
year? Who got your
Y'all
boy
can
all
miss
them
me with
yards
that.
this year?
Y'all sit there and literally
Got
try
your
to
boy
tell
all
me
them
that
yards with that
Minshew
booger
gives the
balls.
Raiders a better chance of winning, man.
Ain't
You
no
guys are
count.
crazy as hell.
Ain't no Connell don't even have a highlight tape on
Booger balls
YouTube.
got your boy all them yards.
He said, "Hey,
But-
all right, all
Hey, you
right.
type
Motherfucker didn't
in
even
ain't
want
no
to catch the
Connell
ball from
highlights, he
Gardner
ain't even
Minshew
got
because he
none.
was
Lee,
smearing
hold
boogers
on.
all over
We
the
have to
fucking
stop
football.
attacking Aiden O'Connell. He is still a
No.
Raider.
Wait,
Don't
why
diss
you
him
gotta
like
stop?
that.
'Cause you typed in, I just typed in Mac Jones highlights. He got highlights. I typed up there Aiden O'Connell. It showed Gardner Minshew highlights.
Man, you don't knock it the fuck off. I mean, that's fine. I'll sit down here on this bottom row while you two motherfuckers up here in the top sit here and keep thinking Gardner Minshew's a starting quarterback in the league. That dude's fucking terrible, dog.
Woo.
I'm gonna say this, man. You keep Aiden O'Connell on the roster. You know what I mean? You keep him on the roster, but you still bring in a starting caliber quarterback in free agency, and you bring in a starting caliber quarterback in the draft. And if
Free
Aiden O'Connell
AOC.
don't earn his spot between those three, and he out. Just plain and simple.
Free. I still respect that. I
You
really
might as well
respect
put him on special teams.
free AOC.
I think
Let him
some
go to
of
a
you
team where
guys,
he has a
dude.
chance. He's not going to be accepted here. This
He can hold a
fan
field
base is
goal.
vicious at this point. We've turned into the Jets or Bears equivalent as far as how vicious we are.
No, I mean
Okay.
the Jets and
We
the
can't
Bears have
survive
made
here.
the playoffs and had more playoff success than we've had in the last 20 fucking years. So
I'm just talking about how we
treat.
treat the players and how like exacting this fan base is, and how like quickly
Now we're
they
up
will
there with
switch.
Philadelphia fans that they win.
Phillies.
We be trashing our
I know.
players away. Eagle
We
fans do when
wouldn't, we
Eagles aren't
wouldn't
winning.
boost
Who is
Santa
Zach
Claus.
Wilson?
So that's the difference. Philly booed Santa
And anyways, just for the record, I was just throwing that Aiden O'Connell shit out there to start an argument. That's
I know. It was funny as hell too, though.
but I'm not gonna lie though. Like I don't see what anybody sees in Mac Jones, bro. Mac Jones came in when Trevor Lawrence got hurt, bro, and looked the Jaguars looked worse, bro.
Man, they ain't got no running game. What do you mean?
We don't have a running game neither.
Running
What
game.
does that got to do with them playing the way they playing, man?
He's not a good running back.
Oh my gosh,
He's
man!
not a good running back.
Y'all crazy. I don't understand how y'all
He's
think.
not a good running back.
I don't understand how y'all think a dude gets signed this week, and then y'all plug him into an offense that he ain't even knowing about, and it got hella deficiencies in it, and y'all expect him to go in there and win more games
with a slot receiver at range.
Quarterback himself.
It's gonna be the same thing here, though. Block, he's got to come in, learn a whole bunch of new shit. Where we ain't really got no fucking wide
but we
receivers.
know our
I love
team is
Jacoby
bad.
Myers, but Jacoby Myers as a number 2 wide receiver. He ain't no fucking number 1 receiver. All we got is a fucking tight end on offense. That's all we got.
Chip Kelly, bro.
You gotta remember, everybody starts brand new right now.
But this is the difference. The difference is it would be his team. That's Trevor Lawrence's team.
It wouldn't be his team, though, because I honestly think if Mac Jones came over here, he would get beaten out by Aiden O'Connell.
That's a lie.
I really believe that. I'm not trolling. I'm being real when I say that.
You don't believe that.
Yeah, you do.
Come on, man.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Really?
I do. I'm not trolling,
He
bro.
forgot that he lost out to Minshew last year. He forgot about that.
He lost to Minshew, bro.
What does anybody see? What does anybody see in Mac Jones? Like,
That boy forgot he lost to Minshew last year.
No, he didn't lose his job to fucking Minshew. That's the reason why Antonio Pierce lost his job, because he gave the job to Minshew.
You're
when
telling
he never
me
even
that
earned
he
it.
outplayed Minshew in the preseason?
They both look like shit in the preseason.
Exactly. That's the point.
But still, though, if Aiden O'Connell wasn't on the roster 2 years ago, and if Aiden O'Connell didn't win those somewhat meaningless games to get us at 8 or 9 wins, wherever the fuck it was, Antonio Pierce wouldn't even been there. He wouldn't even had a job.
I love the anchovies.
Anchovies.
Listen.
I
will
hate
raise
when you
you
motherfuckers use that against me. That's my shit, motherfucker. Don't use it against me.
I love you.
He said anchovies. Man, fuck y'all. That's my goddamn shit. I can only use it against you, motherfuckers. Y'all come up with your own shit.
So, listen. Zach Wilson.
Hey, no, that might be the funniest shit on Reddit YouTube, though. The anchovies.
Shit. That's brilliant, bro.
Motherfuckers come out the woodwork with excuses like the anchovies coming out
For
the
y'all that don't know and haven't seen Ben's show, I'm sure you have seen Ben's show. If you haven't, if you're on there and you start wolfing some, excuse orations, then you might find yourself with some anchovies in your presence.
That is crazy, bro. Like, that shit just came out of the blue. I was just doing a play-by-play one day, and motherfuckers started talking about Max, and out of nowhere, that cartoon popped up in my head, bro.
Oh wow.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, bro, and it's not just Max people, bro. It's Raider fans, bro. Like, Raider fans always have an excuse for fucking something, bro. Like, at some point, we got to stop making excuses, bro, because those motherfuckers don't pay us. We pay them. Why are we making excuses for the motherfuckers that we give money to? Like, and I feel like the excuses and the accepting of, oh, well, this is the reason and this is an excuse. That's the reason why the Raiders are never going to get better, because us as fans, we just accept it and we make an excuse for it. That shit's got to stop. You got to hold this motherfucking organization accountable, dog. I'm trying to win games.
Ben has a feeling this has been a soapbox, and I hear you. I hear you on that shit. But, you got to be careful not to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I think that's the thing, right? So, is Zach Wilson a baby in the bathwater? Should we give him a Sam Darnold chance? What do you guys think?
I think Zach Wilson worse than Sam Darnold. I even forgot about Zach Wilson. I also honestly thought Zach Wilson and Sam Darnold was the same guy. That's how bad they both are. And they both played for the fucking Jets. No, I'm good on Zach Wilson. The only thing Zach Wilson's known is for knocking his teammate's mama or something in college. Like, other than that, no, I'm good. If you're trying to get somebody to take with you to the club to pull some bitches, yeah, bring in Zach Wilson. He'll pull some hoes.
Well, Zach Wilson, actually, you want to take him to a dinner club because he's a MILF hunter. So,
and the only Wilson I want to see on our team is the Wilson leather football. That is it.
Okay.
And that includes Tyree Wilsons too. I don't want no Tyree Wilsons.
Okay. All right. We don't need to just take shots at random Raider players now. Jesus, man. You just hate Tyree so bad. You heard of Wilson.
I hate Tyree, bro. If you know me, you know I fucking hate Tyree.
But truthfully, the only Wilson.
Nobody say Wilson around Ben, okay?
Is the leather
no, none of that.
That boy says Zach Wilson. Mr. Wilson, it don't matter. He don't like none of
Russell
them.
Wilson,
It don't
anything
matter,
Wilson,
bro.
keep it away.
I don't
So,
know.
like, what you say? What you say, Pizzle? Zach Wilson? What's up? Just give him a little shy.
Zach Wilson's all right, but like I said, you know, he was another high draft pick, right? That went to a shitty team
Maybe he's
that had nothing around him, and you know, it's a dud.
Didn't Zach Wilson play for BYU?
He did. I believe so.
I thought he played that.
Yeah, cannon for an arm. Not a lot of.
But you know, you don't get coached up when you need to get coached up. You don't get paired up with the right stuff. They don't get you a running game. They don't get you a wide receiver or a tight end. You don't have any weapons.
And let's be real, it's hard to judge players when they go to teams like the Jets or teams like the Raiders, bro, because they're always put into a fucked up situation, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially the Jets. The Jets probably more than us, but still, like a lot of players usually once they leave us, they look a lot better. Like players leave the Jets, they look better.
Ben, you asked for it, man. And so ask, and you shall receive.
Hello.
What's up, Jack?
What's
going on? Big
Hey,
Jack
what's
Kenna?
up, fellas?
What's
So
up?
you camouflaged out, man. You in the woods hunting?
No, dude, bro, it's cold outside, man. I'm in California. It's cold. I got thin skin, so, and I'm an older guy, so I need a thick jacket. So this is a thick jacket.
Shout out to Cali. What's up? So it's cold out there for
you. Hey,
y'all.
dirty. It's been years, dude. How many years has it been since we've done a live together, bro? Been years. So good to see you, bro.
You too.
And I always hop on Ben shit. Salute all you guys, man.
Thanks for coming through.
Hey, Jack Kenna, you're cool as fuck, dude. I fuck with you, dog.
Explain to us your opinion, because you had a little bit of an outlier thought on the quarterback thing. Tell us where you're coming from, and then let's.
All right. So if you want to ask my opinion on the quarterbacks, so right now my number one, like I want to draft a quarterback, and I want one in free agency. And I kind of want Fields, dude. Fields cost you like about $7 to $9 million a year, a cheaper option. And then I'm going to sit tight. I'm going to sit tight on the draft. I think, Sador can probably drop and develop him for a year or two. You know what I mean? It's like, but, I think Fields will, with Chip Kelly, RPO, I think it's a good fit. Good fit. People talk about Aaron Rodgers. Like, I would like Aaron Rodgers unless he's going to take a pay cut, a huge haircut, dude. Because his mentality is like he's not a leader of men. And you know what? That's what the Raiders want to do, is get the ship right. And they want to get it right. And if Aaron Rodgers is not on board for that, then he's probably the best free agent quarterback that's out there. I'm not paying Sam Darnold. I'm not going to take. I'm not going to take Cousins, but I would. Ben said he doesn't want him, but I do like Carr. If Carr got cut, he got a raw deal with the Raiders with McShitnuts, McFired.
But you're a Carr stan, though, Jack. You don't.
Yeah, I am. I'm a Carr. I'm a huge Carr fan. I'm a huge Carr fan. So Ben. Here's the thing I'm saying. He got cut. We should have cut him. We should have cut McDaniels, which we did.
It was just that time, though, Jack. Can I get what you're saying? I think we did it. It was kind of fucked up, but it was just time, man. He had 9 years, and it just never worked, bro. At some point,
yeah, but he had one good thing, either good offensive line or no weapons, or he had weapons with no offensive line.
Barnacles.
I brought in.
But I'm saying, right now, we're looking at what we have. We don't want a quarterback for a veteran that's going to be here for more than 2 years. We want that young rookie quarterback. So I think a guy like Sador will fall in this draft. But at the time, it's I don't want to pay a high price wide receiver, or like not wide receiver, like quarterback to like be here. It's like they're only going to be here for a couple of years.
Yeah. Wait, well, this is the thing. Like, if you pay a high price quarterback, then you're saying you pretty much can't trade up in the draft because that's just too much capital in for one thing. Like, assets and cap space, and then a draft pick all on a quarterback. That's probably too much. So you'd have to, if you're going to sign a high price veteran, you probably have to sit and wait and see what falls to 6, right? But let's say this. Let's bring in a voice of reason. Okay, we got Westradamus over here, who was able to join us, which is amazing. So, Western,
what's up, brother? What's up, y'all? What's up, panel?
You've seen this chaos. You've been here this whole time.
What's up, chaos?
What would you what's your assessment of this quarterback shenanigans thing? We got all this out here as possibilities. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. Should it be Sam Darnold? What about Mac Jones or should it be Justin Fields? Or like what are we doing here? What do you think, Western?
Well, let's first go with the whole take with Mac, Jones, and like all that. I was hearing, you guys talk on that, and Mac Jones is a player that I've brought up in the past year. He's definitely a player that I do like, right? I feel like he is a baller and he's skilled, but I don't see us bringing him over here. And if I were to take a choice in any free agent quarterback, I would have to agree with Pizzle. It would be Aaron Rodgers. I know that there's a lot of people who who don't like that choice, but just I'm gonna just say here, just check out what Rodgers did last season with the Jets. Right, he threw for 3,897 yards, 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and he had a 90.5 quarterback rating. I think that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, I'd love to have that
here. Can you
here.
tell me who was catching those passes, though? Can you tell me who was catching those passes?
Yeah,
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson and Devontae.
Garrett Wilson. Hold on. It wasn't just them two.
Agreed.
I agree.
Here's my argument with Rodgers. My argument is Rodgers had a plethora of talent over there with him.
He did.
And couldn't get it done. And could not get it done. He had 2 running backs that were nice out the backfield. He had 3 wide receivers and a tight end. And the job was still incomplete. Because Rodgers doesn't know how to control Rodgers. It's too much Oscar going on, bro.
Understandable.
He wants control.
Yeah.
And that's not smoked in a lot of games. I'm sure they lost a bunch of games too, bro. So I feel like sometimes stats are misleading. I'd be interested to know how many of them numbers were put up in like garbage time when they were already getting.
A lot of that shit was towards the end of the year when him and Devontae's chemistry started reacting again.
Dirty, what would you do if you're GM, bro? What quarterback would you want to bring in, and what quarterback would you want to draft?
I'm not a girl, but
I thought he said that too, bro.
I thought he said
girl. I didn't say girl. I said dirty. My boy.
No,
he's probably slurring his words a little bit off them IPAs. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking. Look, I came on saying the first name I said was Justin Fields.
I agree with that, bro. My number
like
one too.
That's the quarterback that would fit in with the Chip Kelly system. Chip Kelly can design something around him that makes him look good well as Chip Kelly look good. You know what I mean?
Y'all gonna try to curse me to listen.
Look, if you was going to take a chance on drafting Shador, you would want a Justin Fields in front of him or behind him, just in case. Reason being, you then don't have to change your offense for either quarterback. You got one with a veteran presence, just in case Shador shows that he's not quite ready early in the training camps preseason. He's not quite ready. Justin Fields can do that. I keep going back. He started 6 games for Pittsburgh this year. He was 4-2. Regardless of how many touchdowns or whatever it is he threw for, he was able to manage them to 4 wins out of 6. And he could do more with an offense that's actually technically designed around him.
And remember, Dirty, it's like, they only benched him because, like, the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't want to give up extra draft picks. That's the only reason why Russell Wilson came in.
But as I also stated, their run game took a hit when Russell Wilson came in the game as well. They went from 131 yards rushing the game to 40 yards rushing the game. That's a 90-yard hit on rushing average. That's hard hits. Cost you. I'm telling you, I think Pittsburgh would have went further under Justin Fields than they went with Russell Wilson. And I'm just being honest about that. And they gotta let one go. They gotta let one go. Now, if they let Russell Wilson go, they owe him a lot of money.
All right. We got a super chat, guys. So, Red Ryan coming through with the super chat. Thank you. You said it right, Ben. Raiders fans are always making excuses. For example, love Jack, but Carr fans are like ex-girlfriends who don't know when to.
Ryan, you're killing me, brother.
That's
love
exactly
you, though.
what I said earlier, bro. They are exactly right.
Sometimes it's just time to let go, guys.
Raider fans always want to bring back like old players.
I just don't see how it fits. If you can show me how it fits, by all means, please continue. But I just don't see how it will work for us.
What's that?
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, then let's ask about the rankings, like the rankings of quarterbacks you want to bring in. So, Dirty, I agree. Fields is like my number 1. Carr, if he got cut, he'd be my number 2. Aaron Rodgers, which I think is a prima donna, like he's going to hurt the culture more than help the culture, but he's so good, in his history, I like him. So those are my top 3. So what do you guys think? Rank them out.
Yeah, Western, go ahead. What you got?
Bring him out.
So it would be Rodgers first, and I understand the whole thing about him being a diva, and all that, right? So, but just like how Jack said, the talent is there. I understand that he's getting older and he's on the back end of his career now, right? But we could, if we could get him on the cheap, that's definitely something that I would entertain for sure. My second pick would be Fields. I agree with what Dirty said. You know what I mean? Chip Kelly can make wonderful things happen with Justin Fields, and that's something that I would like to see if we cannot get Rodgers third. It wouldn't be Sam Darnold. So I just got to say this here quick. You know what I mean? I understand the hype around Darnold, and I've been saying this on here too. But just like how Dirty said earlier, if you have Justin Jefferson and offensive cast like that with a good offensive coordinator, I believe that offensive system and the players that he has with him is what makes him look good. And if you take that away from him, I feel like he's going to drop back down to earth. So that is the reason why I wouldn't rank him third. Fourth, it would be Russell Wilson, just because the connection with, third, it would be the connection with Pete Carroll, which is why Russell Wilson would be my third pick.
Okay. Dirty, what you got?
So my one would be Justin Fields. 2 would be Matthew Stafford, and 3 would be Derek Carr. And like I said with the Justin Fields, I feel like the kid is destined to have his own. You know what I mean? He's not the guy to sit behind Russell Wilson. He's just not. You know what I mean? Pittsburgh has a hard choice they got to make. Pay Russell Wilson a whole lot of money to leave
Mm-hmm.
and rock with Justin Fields and pay him a whole lot of money, or let Justin Fields go for a little bit of nothing because he's on a rookie contract,
Mm-hmm.
and rock Russell Wilson and draft you somebody and build from there. It's a cheaper route for them to go. We all know how Pittsburgh is. They're loyal to their players, but they are cheap. They are.
That's a true thing.
They always seem to get it done. They always seem to get it done playing the money ball game. You know, I mean, they get a team that can quite possibly win a Super Bowl. They may be a piece or two away, and then they don't quite get that piece when they're looking for it, but they play the money ball game. That's just how Pittsburgh always has been. And that's how they will always be. As long as they continue to make the playoffs, they're not going to change their recipe. Right? So that means Justin Fields is available. They either got to cut him, you know what I mean, or trade him. You know what I mean? So
make a good point there.
For me, you go get a Justin Fields, a guy who showed, if you give me the opportunity, I'm gonna do my best to make good with it. And I think Chip Kelly, being the offensive, the genie in the lamp offensive guru guy, you know what I mean, like the genie from Aladdin. When it comes to offense, that's what Chip Kelly is. You know, and if you know anything about Chip Kelly from him being at Oregon, starting the winning culture in Oregon. Chip Kelly started that winning culture for them. You know what I mean? The offense that he was running there was man. I'm an SC fan, so you know I have to see him twice a year. You know what I mean? That offense that he ran was phenomenal, so good that it got him an opportunity to be a head coach in the NFL, which didn't quite work. You know,
not because the offense didn't work, though. The offense worked.
Yeah,
it don't mean his offense didn't work. Just his head coach of a whole team did in the NFL level. You know what I mean? That's why I question Nick Saban transferring over to the NFL, because it's two totally different operations. You know, once you get to that level, it's a complete.
He hasn't really had a fair shot, so we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, but
if he ever tries.
But you know what I mean? That's why I say, you know, if you give Chip Kelly, he takes the player and he molds the offense around the guy who's driving his offense. The quarterback from Ohio State this year, that offense was designed around his abilities to make things happen.
And we're going to get to
strong
Will Howard and the guys in the draft soon here too.
Right.
So
that's how your offensive coordinator is supposed to do. That's his job. He's supposed to do
what I'm saying is not every offensive coordinator has the mind and the capability of what a Chip Kelly possesses.
Will Howard's not an NFL quarterback.
So
we'll get to that.
That's why Justin Fields is at the top of my list. Now, the reason why Matthew Stafford is on my list is because he's another dependable guy.
Right.
You know, I mean, I feel like him and Derek Carr are quite possibly the same quarterback. It's just Matthew Stafford has the rings to show for it. Because when you look at their styles, they're close. The way they play, their mechanics, the way they read defenses before a snap, before they get things aligned. They're kind of like the same quarterback, right? So if you can't get a Matthew Stafford, you can get a Derek Carr, and Chip Kelly can build an offense around Derek Carr that is awesome. Look, you want to go deep, as painful as it's going to be for y'all to hear, he's still the most accurate quarterback deep in the NFL, past 20 plus yards. That hasn't changed.
Thank you, Dirty.
He's still the most accurate quarterback 20 plus yards down the field. So
yeah, what's his win-loss record?
It doesn't matter.
If you
what's his win-loss record? What's his
pencil? It doesn't matter.
Interception ratio?
Well, what matters is, like, you know, who's the best QB out there.
It doesn't matter.
I would say
Dude, what do you mean
wins and losses are not a quarterback stat.
That's why
it's a team effort, right?
That's why I have it in that arrangement. You know what I mean? That's why I have it in that arrangement.
All right, Ben, Give us your ranking. Who are your quarterbacks?
If I had my choice between like 3 guys that are free agents right now, I would take Justin Fields. Would be my one, just because the Raiders need. I don't know if he would be their end all be all, but I think a lot of fans think we need a stopgap quarterback, right? I think at bare minimum he'd be a pretty good stopgap quarterback for Chip Kelly's offense. You know what I mean? So maybe, just maybe, not only will he be a stopgap, but maybe he can, like a lot of you guys say and a lot of Raider fans say, maybe Chip Kelly can develop him into something special, right? So he would be my number one because of his age. My second pick would be Russell Wilson, because his familiarity, or how the fuck you say that word, I always have a hard time saying that, with Pete Carroll, right? So and I feel like whatever he's playing, the teams are usually in it, bro. Like, he's not a quitter. Like, he seems like he's a little bit weird, but he wins a lot, bro. And like I said, there's some familiarity there. And then my third option, I would throw it back to Oregon, man, and let's bring back Marcus Mariota, bro. You feel me?
The first real mention of Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota, bro, and let him come in with Chip Kelly, bro. And like I said, I think Marcus Mariota still could start in this league if he can get in the right offense, bro, and on the right team. He's got some, history here with this organization already. He's got some history with Mark. And at one point, I think Derek Carr feared for his starting role, because I remember, if you guys remember, we played the Chargers, and Derek Carr pulled up on his groin, and then Mariota had to go in there, bro. He threw that dot to Darren Waller down the sideline. They almost won that game, bro. So there's, like I said, there's some history there. And I think if we can't get those first 2 guys I mentioned, I mean, I'm sure as fuck Chip Kelly would love to get Marcus Mariota in, and we could probably get him for a jug, and he could be our stopgap quarterback. And I think he'd be successful as a stopgap quarterback, and maybe even bring him in to develop, if we draft a quarterback in the draft. Because at the end of the day, guys, we're not going to have no immobile quarterback under Chip Kelly. I know Chip Kelly won with Nick Foles, but his offense ain't built like that, bro. So that's why I don't think a guy like Matthew Stafford is coming here, bro. But y'all can go ahead. But those are my 3 guys.
No, that's fair. I will say that having Mariota here would be kind of huge for the fan base. There is a large contingent of folks that would be very happy to have them in as the starting quarterback here. So I think it would be kind of cool to do that. Or even if we ended up drafting, like a Dylan Gabriel. So we'll talk about that as well. And there's going to be a fan effect if that happens, because there's just like, a large contingent of folks that would be, represented by the man playing quarterback there. So, and I think they would show up, because they do. So I think it'd be interesting if that was the kind of direction it went, just from a marketing standpoint.
All right, fellas, I gotta head now.
Dirty's out. Thank you for stopping by.
Hey, Dirty. Good seeing you, bro.
Anytime, you got an open invitation, Dirty. Anytime.
I appreciate that, man. I love the show, bro. I was telling Black a couple of days ago, man.
Thank you. That's that means a lot, man. For sure. Thank you.
Yeah, once I seen fucking Hotspot and the homie Black over there fucking with Darian, I found this channel. I was like, yeah, bro, these boys right here know they shit, and I came over here. So salute to my guys, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, man.
And dude in the bottom right, bro, I've seen you on this show before, bro. I've never been on a panel with you, bro. So salute to you, bro. Nice to meet you,
Western.
dog. I like some of your takes too.
Salute,
His
brother.
name's Western. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
Western with the marrow, with the
yeah, that ugly motherfucker on top of you in the top right, that's the co-host to my podcast. And then ever since I met Black, man, Black's been coming through it and talking football, man. And Hotspot comes through, bro. Yeah, well, ever since I met you guys, bro, we kind of linked. But yeah, first time I was able to join a panel with you. I wanted to salute you, bro.
Thank you, brother. Same here, brother. Thank you.
Will not be the last, I'm sure. Yeah, this is fire. So okay, we got Pizzle up next with his rankings. 1, 2, 3. What you got, Pizz?
Well, Well, I was just looking at some numbers, and they're pretty comparable. Justin Fields is 17-33. Mac Jones is 20-30. So they're pretty comparable, right? They're both right. They're both right there, right?
Well, Pizzle over there doing his Ralph impression. You know what I'm saying? Looking up them articles, I see.
Stop.
Much laugh.
Let Pizzle talk.
Hey,
I know.
You know I love you, bro.
No, you good.
Calm down.
I'm just
there.
trolling.
So yeah. So I like. So yeah. I mean, I think Justin Fields would be decent, and I think that I don't know. It's gonna be it's a 1A and 1B between those two for me. And then number 2, I just think that Russell Wilson's unrealistic with Pete Carroll. Like I think that I know that they've said that they've made up and they're all good and stuff, but I think at the end of the day I think that's out. So and it really comes down to how much money these guys want too, right? I don't want to pay Aaron Rodgers $42 million or something ridiculous, right? I don't want but that would probably be my second choice. So that's basically my 3. 1A and B, and then would be Rodgers would be my last choice.
Okay. And let's hear from Black, the quarterback, since he's actual quarterback, guys. What do you got?
So if we go with, first of all, I don't want none of these quarterbacks if it's going to break the bank. And it ain't even got to be like an exuberant amount. Like I'm talking about if we paying Aaron Rodgers like market value and all that, you know what I'm saying? It's not that critical. Now, if it's something like, even like the Derek Carr thing, it's a lot of stuff that have to happen in order for those things to happen. So for viable options, though, I would think I would go with I probably would go. I didn't know Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll had a tiff like that. They were spatting, so I didn't know that. But I would say Russell Wilson. Mac Jones on my radar now. He's on my radar. And
Mac Jones.
I'm not really feeling nobody. I'm not feeling Fields. I mean, because this would be his 3rd team in how many years?
Yeah, but so on Fields, right? He's got pedigree too, right? He won a national championship. He's got pedigree. It's just he hasn't found the right guy either. Is Chip Kelly the right guy?
Kelly the guy. He don't even like us, so
So is Chip Kelly the guy for him? Is he the place to make him into what he's going to be?
Yeah, I don't think he got that. I don't think he's gonna do that. So. I don't like Sam Darnold.
Because really you're looking at, right, isn't like Deshaun Watson and Justin Fields aren't they kind of like the same player?
If that's the case, then we definitely don't. Nah, because even Deshaun Watson couldn't even find his old self. And that could be a thing about just the NFL also. Like the magic he was pulling off then, that's not the same. They was running a Wildcat back then. So
right.
So I don't know. So I mean, outside of those two, really, I mean, the long shot would be Aaron Rodgers. I can feel comfortable with that. Other than that, I don't know. Really, I don't.
I mean, honestly, I would love Aaron Rodgers here, but I think Aaron Rodgers, his personality is so strong. He's a detrimental to the team. It's not what the Raiders have been talking about. Our head coach and GMs bringing back our D coordinator, our defensive line coach, stability. Get something concrete. I think that an Aaron Rodgers would be detrimental unless he's going to prove it. Take less, take a haircut, big haircut.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
It's like
that would
say a lot.
That Because when he went to the Jets and like, oh, I needed my own entourage and like, with all this shit. I don't want him, dude. I don't want him, but he's an proven quarterback. So it's like, yes, I would love to have him here, but I don't know if he can change. He's so old now, being in his 40s. I don't think he changed his ways. I just don't think he changed his ways.
Won't be a problem in the locker room.
Yeah, I don't think he changed his way in the locker room. I think Aaron Rodgers is like Aaron Rodgers. Like he said, he didn't want to train Love. Like, Brett Favre said, I'm not going to train you.
He said that he would. He said that he would work for the quarterback
because they undercut him when they drafted.
So do you think Aaron Rodgers will be like the mentor type player?
He said
he do that type of stuff, or for like having a Hall of Fame career.
He won't be here long enough.
He said.
But do you guys think that he would be willing to do that? Because you know what, his mentor and Brett Favre said, "I'm not doing that for you." And I kind of feel like I got the vibes like he won't do that for Justin Love. So why would he do that for any quarterback coming into the Raiders? So that's the biggest reason why I don't want him. Otherwise, I'd bring him in. Open arms, bro. Open arms.
He changed his tune on that. So definitely he was against it when he was there in Green Bay. Famously, he was upset that they drafted Love instead of giving him a weapon or something to help him win. I think he held some of that as a grudge. And there is a tradition there that has developed, I guess, where guys aren't helping. Although Brett Favre got help from Don Majowski. Just going to say that. But a guy who won't be a problem in the locker room that we forgot to mention, thank you, VBZ, Jameis Winston. He's out there. He would be something that would give you something similar to if you were to pick up Shador in the draft. Right, give him some time and be a very good leader and guy in the locker room and got some physical talent and so
catch some fish.
I would rather, man. All right, I guess because y'all talking about.
I like Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston's he's got a short memory. And he can throw the ball. He throws a lot of interceptions. He throws a lot of touchdowns.
I love Winston. I would love that.
So yeah, I mean, I was talking about him a little bit last year, but I would definitely entertain Winston coming over here and doing his thing.
Well, that's why I'm going to ask you this question: is it that a Tom Brady guy or not? I don't know. I don't know if Winston's like a Tom Brady guy. So
he left immediately when Brady came there. That's when he went to the Saints.
Reason believing that's a no.
Well, then spy checking then said your ass is out.
Probably not going to go back down that road. You're probably right.
Well, the greatest quarterback in the era is knocking on your door to win you a Super Bowl. What are you going to tell your quarterback?
Stay right here for a second.
You're going to tell him
if he's good.
You're going to tell him, hey,
we'll be right back.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You got to say, hey, we have an opportunity with the greatest guy for the last 20 years. And I'm going out to get a pack of cigarettes. I'll be right back.
I kind of think like we all want, Fields as the Raiders quarterback. That's what.
Not all. Listen, I'm going to be very clear, guys. If we sign Justin Fields, that man becomes the quarterback of our team, and I'm forced to watch 17 games of his tape. I'm not sure I'm going to survive it. You can't do this.
You're not.
I'm going to die.
Thank you. It's gonna be worse than
well, then I got to ask, again, I said I would love to bring back Carr. I would actually love Carr more than Fields, but I'm trying to look for the fit. Carr got a raw deal, like with the Raiders, under McFired. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want Fields, who do you want? Answer me that question.
I'll tell you right now. So the way I look at this is the Raiders cannot count this as a successful offseason if they do not draft a quarterback with the potential to be the guy in the future.
I agree.
So everything I say is predicated on the idea that we draft a future potential starting quarterback. Therefore, my picks are simple. Players who can play well immediately for the next couple years and start to break the funk of losing that we have here. We have a stadium that we've never won in, and the fans, I'm there every freaking week. It matters. Okay? We need to win some games here. This is not a joke.
Yep.
We're going to start to be seen here in a certain way. Okay? And we need to break this
Justin Fields play.
malaise.
Wasn't he playing last year and he was winning, right?
Mm-hmm,
But then he got usurped by Russell Wilson midway through the season, and nobody tripped because why? Russell Wilson played better than him.
No. Russell Wilson got put in because Justin Fields had that trade put over for Pittsburgh. If he played so many games, then you got to give up more draft picks. So that's why he got benched.
He got put in because they were only using half the field.
He couldn't even throw the ball.
Okay. The offensive coordinator was calling half field reads and protecting him and letting the defense and running game win the games. When Russell Wilson came in, Russell Wilson was actually able to win games by playing the quarterback thing and throwing the ball to other people. Okay. So no on Justin Fields. I don't want him. Okay.
Justin Fields just showed you he got his job took by Russell Wilson, and nobody tripped because Russell Wilson was clearly better.
People are talking about his ability.
He got benched because they had to give up extra draft picks from Pittsburgh for the trade.
Yeah, that might be a consequence, but trust me, if Justin Fields came in and throwing the ball and running it like that, then they would have just had to eat that, and they would have released Russell Wilson.
They would have happily eaten it if he was that good. He's not.
Yeah.
So he's not worth them giving up a little bit more of a draft pick. That's how bad he is. Okay. Listen. No to Justin Fields. So number one, I'm going to say it like this. I don't think Matthew Stafford is going to be available, but if he is, that's the first one.
That's why I did not have him in my top three, because I don't feel like the Rams are going to let that great asset go.
I don't think they're that stupid. But if they do, hey, okay, we'll take him. That's the number one choice if he's available. Okay. If it's not him, then I think that you need to go with, I would say probably Aaron Rodgers. I feel like we're going to have to beef the lineup anyway because we're drafting a quarterback. That's the whole purpose. So hopefully that works. If it doesn't, I'd rather be Aaron Rodgers than our brand new drafted quarterback. Sorry, Aaron. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers. Right, as a second choice. And then third choice, I think it's got to be Russell Wilson. I want a quarterback that I know when I plug him in, we can win. And I want someone that has the skill set and willingness to show a guy behind him. Aaron has changed his tune. He offered to, help a quarterback in New York. I believe he'd do the same thing here. I think Tom Brady's influence would be a huge part of that also. I think that Pete Carroll is the perfect coach for anybody who has a strange attitude, right? I've said it again. I said it before. I'll say it again. Marshawn Lynch, Richard Sherman, okay, Earl Thomas, Doug Baldwin, right? These are not simple attitude people, composed people. These are very complicated, psyches and egos, right? Back and forth. Russell Wilson himself, right? And that team won. He can handle Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson or whatever. And the reason you put structure together like what we did is so that we can handle a little bit of crazy, right? Somebody got to paint outside the lines or the shit gonna be boring. And the Raiders, we're fucking misfits, man. That's what we do. Okay, so no fear about Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. I think that the head coach can handle them. So that's my 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Here's good questions. What is AR's contract going to look like?
That's the question.
What the Jets are let him go. It's not going to be the same contract like Russell Wilson last year at $1.8 million league minimum.
No.
There's got to be something. There's got to be something different.
He's not going to blow it up. I think that you got to be respectful for like what he actually is still, right? And what he did last year. If you just went by his numbers last year, and then you added the fact that
it's about guaranteed money.
Yeah, give him. It's probably about $20 million or so to get him in the door, something like that. That's what I guess.
So then that's my question. Then to all the panel and Raider Nation, are you going to pay AR $20 million? And just like he's got kind of a diva mentality, which I don't see like a Justin Fields having that. I feel like he's going to form and fit.
You don't get to be a diva when you can throw. One guy is a Hall of Fame, maybe the best thrower of the football that ever lived. The other guy is not, and that's why one has an attitude.
Agreed.
Every single good quarterback that is kind of an asshole.
They have that attitude and that spunk.
Yeah, they're called Chads.
Isn't Tom Brady the biggest diva there is? Like, what are we talking about?
I mean, come on, man. You married a supermodel. He has a cleft in his chin. Come on, guys. What's up? All right. Mariota.
Hey, Mac Jones do got a square jawline and everything too. He don't look like Aiden O'Connell. You know what? He might fit our prototype for real, man.
Yeah.
Listen, Mac Jones. You never know. He might be the next Sam Darnold. And you guys are trashing Sam Darnold, but maybe you should go look at the tape. That's all I have to say. Okay. And this is the thing. I don't want any of the quarterbacks we have in our room to be there when we start the season. So I need a backup too, and my backup is Mariota. Okay? There we go. I cheated. I took 4. But it's my show, so I get to do that.
Hey, I'm just happy that Mac Jones is finally getting some showcasing now, because I kind of always brought him up in the past, you know what I mean? And it was kind of like, but now he's kind of getting, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that he is dawning on some of you guys here. So, I'm happy.
Thanks to Jalen Hurts and Pizzle, because now, because I'm all out on Alabama quarterbacks, because I haven't seen none mature into something that was like, and I didn't understand why, you know what I'm saying? And I still don't understand completely why, but once you pop the cherry, you don't know what might happen now. So, I mean, NFL is about trends. Well, let's go get us an Alabama quarterback too now. They might, I don't know, shoot for $5 million. I got 5 on it.
Yeah, Mac Jones is going back to like New England. Going to go play make shit nuts. He's going to go play for him.
He did play good under him, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He said he can take any quarterback and make him an all-star. Well, what did he do with our Raiders? Didn't make him an all-star. So he's going back there. Mac Jones going back there.
If he do that, that would be dumb, though.
But Mac Jones took him their rookie year to the playoffs.
He did.
Yep. He has heart, man. He has heart. He has fire.
Yeah, I know about Mac Jones, dude. I always like I like Bryce Young too. He's getting a raw deal down there at the Panthers. But you've seen in the second half of the season when he got a second chance, he started lining it up. So he's just starting to, it's just got to click for him. It's starting to click for him down there at the Panthers too.
Bryce Jones too small.
Yeah, all right.
Bryce Jones, he's too small.
Yeah. Second half of the season, it didn't look like that.
Bryce Jones is going to get hurt. He's too small.
They said that about Murray too. Kyler Murray looks all right.
We talk about small guys. Look,
Kyler Murray.
Look at Gentry.
Kyler Murray's buff compared to Bryce Jones. He's a frail dude.
So I just have to add here with all that being said about what I said about Mac Jones, right? Because he declined to come here, right? I don't know if we're gonna reopen that door. I just don't see it, happening. If he were to come here, right, I would be happy, just based on the fact
it was a different regime. He was saying no to.
Yeah. So
come on, man. Y'all just got through saying that the Raiders was the laughing stock of the league last year, and if you got a chance to go to any other team other than the laughing stock of the NFL, come on, man. You're not gonna choose the Raiders. You can't feel some type of way because we was really the laughing stock of the league. Like, for real, you got Pete Carroll now. Why wouldn't you
Tom Brady running the ship? got Tom Brady here.
So I understand that, but is Tom Brady and Pete Carroll, is that going to be their choice? Like they're going through the quarterbacks and they're like, okay, Mac Jones, that is the guy that I want. Let's bring him over here with all the other guys out
Well,
there.
guess who has some input there?
You know?
Chip Kelly.
Yeah, Mac Jones would be like, Jim Pluckin, like, throw the dart and hit the dart on the dartboard. Like, get that center dart.
You never know. You might just come through with that. But VBZ, are you trying to be funny? Like Kyle Trask, bro? Come on, man. Don't no. Kyle Trask. I'll stretch some stuff out, but not no. Kyle Trask. Kyle Trask is not an NFL quarterback. All right.
So besides quarterbacks, like, my thing is like, I'm all about like, I'm about Graham. I want Graham. Like we saw the blueprint. And we kind of set it up like, with the Raiders on Christmas Day and beating Kansas City. And, AFC 12 or 4 back then didn't do shit. We saw that was the defensive line. So I'm about Graham right now. I'm almost more about Graham even drafting over a quarterback. We just talked about quarterbacks the whole time. So what do you guys think about? We messed up with Carter. We didn't draft him. We took Tyree. And you know what? Max Crosby even said, you get the front 4, and that is the Patrick Graham system. Let's get that shit going. Let's do it. What do you guys think about that, dude? Who do you guys want to draft? If you're not going to take a quarterback at number 6, who do you guys want?
I'll just go first. It's real simple here. Carter, the end man. He's him or Graham. That would be my 2 choices right there.
All right,
Reed,
Jack,
bro.
You're going Mason Graham. You're going Abdul Carter. What do you think, Pizzle?
I'm not sure what the dude's name is, but I want that defensive tackle from Michigan.
Graham.
Mason
That's Graham.
Yeah, I just want to get Graham.
What you got?
Man, give me that corner from Michigan.
Will Johnson.
Yeah, give me
Johnson.
Give me Will Johnson. Give me Will Johnson. Yeah. Straight up. I love the D-line thing, man, but I feel like we have a lot of D-line players who have some depth that we bring him back. Christian Wilkins. Tyree Wilson's going to slide inside. Bring me back like Chase on. Let's keep our guys.
Yeah, but
Chase on's going to be a good one, dude. He's only going to cost us like $6 or $7 million.
Yeah,
but Coots
forever though.
Coots is going to cost about $17 million. I mean, like even coming off injury, he's going to cost a lot.
I don't think he's going to cost that much off injury. I think he's going to sign for somewhere around 10 to 12.
I mean, he's the number 26, like overall rated free agent.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to cost a lot. So if I could take my pick, I'm taking Chase on over Kuntz.
Well,
and you heard it from me right here. Me, Jack Kenna first. I'm saying that right now.
Kuntz is a better player.
No,
we got some
is way. I think
issues for Black. So, yeah, no, man. If I have to pick somebody that's not a quarterback, it would be Will Johnson. Just don't talk to me about a running back that early. Okay. So let's talk about, because free agency comes before the draft, right? So let's quickly just kind of go over what are you guys assessing as the number one, through 3 needs, right? Positions of need, right? As we move into free agency on this roster, right? What do we need to assess or fill in? My strategy is that you use free agency to fill holes so that you have no gaping wounds when you go into the draft, and you're allowed to pick more about, best player available than being forced to, fill needs in the draft, which is not a smart thing to do, right? So what are the holes? And, where do we focus in free agency to fill said holes? Pizzle, why don't you start?
I go with the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure everybody here is going to agree with that. I mean, I hate to take the fire from thunder and lightning from everybody because that's the number one position that I think we need to go and get from the free agency. Besides maybe a running back or something.
DC agrees. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, I was saying our commenter believes so also. O-line is a big thing, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, I just think it's just common sense. We got to build, we got to build the trenches out, not out to the trenches. We got to get some guys in there. First we got to figure out what blocking scheme we're going to run, right? And then, unfortunately, we got a mix of guys right now. We got guys that run the power scheme, and they're not very good at running the zone scheme, and vice versa. And so, we have to figure out what's going to be best for what we need to do. We got two killer pillars, right? Last year, JPJ and Glaze. I think Miller's on the way out. He's kind of was sketchy last year. Hopefully, he comes back a little bit better this year. But, then running back. Obviously, corner, right? Obviously, I still think I'm still up on the defensive line because Wilkins ain't going to be here forever, and
Wilkins.
And we need to make sure that we have that next generational talent, that next guy to come up and play that position. We haven't gotten that guy yet. We still need that DT.
Interesting. All right, Black, what you say? What are the positions of need for the Raiders that jump out at you?
What, in free agency?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like, we're going to fill these positions to make sure that we don't have some gaping need in the draft or whatever. Right?
Look, I don't think there's enough people in the draft for us to focus on too many people. I think what we need to focus on is our free agents.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to do.
Bro.
Like I said, we need to lock down our cornerstones of our franchise right now, i.e. Max. I don't care how y'all feel about him, i.e. Kuntz, i.e. Make sure who else? Like who we got? Merrick.
Spillane and Merrick.
We got Spillane. Like y'all can say he can run through it, whatever wrong holes y'all want
Hobbs.
to. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to about him running through the wrong hole, but I know
all
one thing.
Wrong holes and all the wrong
if he runs through the wrong hole and he leads the team in tackles and in the top 5 in the league, if he wasn't making them tackles, then those are touchdowns then. Mm-hmm. So I think we need him. And then, I think we need to start there with our own free agents.
We'll bring everybody back. That's a major thing, huh? Okay. Jack, what you think?
Well, I agree. We need to bring our own first. Spillane number 1. I mean, that boy runs through walls. He is a beast. It's like we need to bring him back. It's like it really, with the salary cap that we have, it's an easy thing to do. And then number 2, Warrig, I think he's rated like the number 26 out of all free agents coming back. He's going to cost us about $12.5 million. I want him back. Yeah. People talk about Polamalu. It's easy. He's a restricted free agent. So we can re-sign him at will. So bye Epps, bye-bye, gone. Polamalu stepped up and said, I can do the same job just as good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want Chase on. Chase on is we're talking like $7 or $8 million a year, or 6 to 8. And Kuntz is like, what I'm hearing now is like, man, he's about $18 million. That's almost about. Max is like 26. He's 18. No, sorry, Kuntz. You're not going to get that type of cash, dude. In my mind, if you want to come back for a lesser deal, I'm good with that. But I'm not going to pay you $18 million a year and you had 8 games.
Somebody
8 games in your 4-year career with the Raiders. I'm not paying that shit.
Okay, but hold
That-
on.
Wait. Pause.
Did Max get last year? How many sacks did Max get last year?
I don't give a shit.
Right? 7.5, and you want to pay him, $26 million a year for 7.5 sacks?
Well, Max was like hurt for half the year. Come on, Pizzle. So let's go now. Let's go like what we need, what we really need. It's like that. That's what we need to bring back on defense because we have a good defense. Even without those players, we're like 15th rated defense in the league. And you bring those boys back, yeah, we're looking good. We need to go back to like the offense. Yes, we do need a quarterback. Yes, we need to find the offensive line players. Like you look at the Eagles' offensive line. They can go zone. They can go power. They can do whatever they want. They can run either system and works well. Well, we have players on this offensive line. You can do one thing or another. You can't do them both. We need to kind of figure that stuff out. And yes, our running back room was trash. Such trash. We can't run the ball at all. We're like one of the worst rated run teams in the league. And you know what? If we don't, no matter who we bring in at quarterback, we talked about quarterbacks, right? If we can't run the ball, I want to double dip on running backs this year. And I wouldn't mind both Ohio State running backs coming out or like the North Carolina kid as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If we could sign a wide receiver, T and spend the money, or, Godwin and spend some money, even though he's hurt, and get that X wide receiver and put that offensive line together, yeah, then things are going to change. But unless you don't do that type of stuff, then it ain't going to happen.
Western?
Yeah, I'll make this, quick and simple here. As Jack said earlier, we all saw what the Eagles did to the Chiefs. And if I'm going to run the show, I'm spending the majority of the cash on free agency on the defense. And you've seen what the Eagles did when they just rush 4 only. It bothers the Chiefs. And I want that. I want the Eagles defense to be like our defense. So I'm spending the majority of the cash on defense and O-line. And then I would go, like, it's imperative that we got to get a bridge quarterback for sure. So I think that's going to be a done deal. But I would either go with an addition to the running back room or wide receivers.
Nice. So, way I look at it is we need some immediate results on the O-line. I would break the bank on the best guard that I can find in free agency.
KC, right guard, right, bro?
Exactly, steal him. I would pay him whatever it needs to happen and bring him over. And then go into the draft knowing that I've already started to correct my O-line problem, right? I would spend the rest of the free agency money on depth on defense, and then I would probably draft, I would get the quarterback, right? Get yourself a running back, get yourself a guard, that sort of thing. But free agency, O-line, all the money there, right, that I need to spend to get it done. Some depth, veteran depth at corner. I think we're too young at corner. And then, if you can get a deal on a deal, I'm going to bring our guys back, as many of our guys back as possible, basically, right? Bring everybody back, add some depth at corner, give me a guard like the KC person that we won't talk about tampering. But yeah, that's how I think we can set ourselves up to go into the draft and we don't need to like reach for anything. Of course, we're gonna, like you said, sign a veteran quarterback of some sort, right? So that negates our need at quarterback. We don't have to reach for that either. So then, yeah, I mean that's I think how we want to allocate money, right? So let's talk about like the top free agents here. I have a list, right? So you can kind of just look at the list I made here, and I will be publishing this article based on the list that I put together. And everyone will be able to see it on Patreon if you want to go join over there. Raider Ryan already knows what's up. So let me see here. Okay, so I don't think anybody really talked about signing a veteran running back, or did I miss it? But we have the top 5 out there: Aaron Jones, Najee Harris, Raheem Mostert, J.K. Dobbins, and A.J. Dillon.
Don't forget about Chubb.
Chubb is there. So, I mean, that's like, yeah, I mean, maybe I put A.J. Dillon just the, I guess, health issue.
Pete Carroll offense, like, we got, our boy, like, back from Oakland, Marshawn. Chubb is like the same type of player.
Yeah, very similar.
So it's Najee Harris.
So it's Najee, yeah. So, I feel like Mostert was very similar too. And then Jones and Dobbins. Dillon is a bruiser also, right? We will have to bring in some veteran running back. I wouldn't hate giving J.K. Dobbins a chance at it. I mean, he stayed healthy this year a little bit, and you could see why he's special still, even after all those injuries. So I wouldn't mind taking a look at him.
I got a question. Like, I see Aaron Jones being a runner and a pass catcher. We look at our running back room. It's like, even with like one of our better running backs, which kind of sucks in the way of our pass catcher. And it's like, he's 31 years old. So I think Jones, like $7 or $8 million a year. And with the deep running back class, I wouldn't even mind drafting like 2 or 3 running backs. I'm saying not 3, sorry, 2. And then signing him.
Mm-hmm.
You get the boys from Ohio State running back with, like, his offensive coordinator in round 3 and round 4. I think that would be sharp.
Just go triple bet on a running back, and you got to.
Well, I'm just saying, like, Aaron Jones is like, he's good both ways.
No,
we don't have a 2-way running back on this team. But he's older, right? He's older, so he's going to take probably like $7 or $8 million contract or less. And then you draft those players in the 3rd round, in 4th round, because that's where they're going to fall.
I can see that. He's definitely not going to get paid like Najee or anything like that. So
I like Aaron Jones too. And the Ohio State guys, I've always said this before. I'm a big fan of Henderson. If we could get him, I'd be stoked.
So then there's wide receiver. We got T. Higgins, Chris Godwin, Darius Slayton, Tyler Lockett, and Devontae Adams.
Lockett
would be my choice too, because I feel like he would be the most realistic option. I know that all the other teams are going to try to target T. Higgins, right? But I also could see him coming here too, just because of the fact of Pete Carroll, and Brady and all that. But I really believe that Tyler Lockett would be the most realistic, down to earth choice.
What do you guys think about trading for Metcalf?
I would do it.
I would do it. Like, I feel like you would get him for like a 3rd.
If we're opening up trades, My whole free agency would just, I'd be like, I'm sorry, offense, but we're spending all of our cap money on this defensive end from Cleveland that said he wanted to be available.
Yeah, that's who I would have signed him more than before I went and signed Max Crosby.
I want them both.
So Garrett, I'd rather have Max Crosby.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Myles Garrett than Max Crosby all day.
Well, we all want Myles Garrett and Max Crosby. It ain't gonna happen. We're not gonna let Max Crosby go either, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I'd show him the door and bring in Myles Garrett.
Why would you show
Max Crosby is the leader of this fucking Raider team. So Max Crosby's not going anywhere.
Sacks, bro, with 7.5 sacks. I know he's the leader.
I don't care what his sacks is. He's the leader.
You don't care about production. You're emotionally involved, though. That's the problem.
So I think
the numbers are pretty clear that Max is
there's a kid on the Bengals. I can't think of his off.
Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
T. Higgins.
I really like that kid.
Yeah, Trey Hendrickson is a heck of a defensive player.
Dude, can you imagine T. Higgins on this team? Oh my God, that would just be sick.
Yeah, he's gonna have some suitors. He may not make it out of Cincinnati. They may keep him over there. So
I mean, we can't say we're gonna trade Max Crosby for Myles Garrett. That's like saying
I didn't say we trade him.
That's like saying I'll trade T.O. for Jerry Rice. Like, of course you would. Like, come on.
No. What I'm saying is don't pay Max Crosby and bring in Myles Garrett.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen.
You're gonna give him a bag for for zero production last year.
So we don't get Myles Garrett.
Why are you gonna pay somebody all this money?
Bro, you've been listening to Ben too much.
You don't pay for past production.
Hold on. Here's my question though. If we can't get Myles Garrett for whatever reason because he want to play for a winner, do we pay Max then?
Well, what I'm saying is Pete Carroll, right? And that's supposed to be the lower, right? Is Pete Carroll in this defense? He's going to be a defensive guy. So I would want to. I think that for me, Max Crosby has kind of put a fraction, right, between in the Raiders, like kind of like people feel with Derek Carr. And I think that
maybe that says something about the Raider fan base, that whoever is considered the leader of the team all of a sudden becomes this controversial figure, regardless how they play.
Well,
so
Max is not going anywhere.
There's just I understand that people. Well, people said that about Derek Carr too, right? He's going to be a Raider forever, and if he didn't play for us, he wasn't going to play for anybody else. We heard this few. We know the lie. But for me, I just think that a lot of people are emotionally invested in Max Crosby, and I think it's about upgrading. I want to upgrade. If he wants it back, he's already under contract, but he wants guaranteed money. If we're going to go out and have to pay him guaranteed money, right, $26 million, we might as well pay somebody else. I mean, now
we're going to have to pay him something. We're going to have to give him more money.
My bro. It won't cost a lot to get Max Crosby, to get him guaranteed money and extend the years, which we all want anyways. He's the leader of this team. So it'll be easy to give him some guaranteed money and extend the contract.
Yeah, I just don't see giving him the guaranteed money and extending the contract for what he did last year.
Well, he got hurt last year, right? But
yeah, so was a lot of other people.
So I completely understand this point about Max Crosby, because Black and Hot and I, we've touched bases around, on this year, and as much as I would like to, Max to say, right, if you were to give me a choice and say, hey, who do you want on your team right now going forward? Do you want Max Crosby or Myles Garrett? I'm going with Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett is
a question.
That's not the question. Of course he's better. But the question is not whether Myles Garrett is better. The question is Max Crosby dog shit that needs to be traded or whatever? Because I don't know, someone's.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is
mad he wanted a contract. I don't get it. Like, dude.
No, what I'm saying is we have to pay Crosby, right? Why pay Crosby right now when we can pay Myles Garrett? We might as well just
pay them both.
Well, then pay both.
We can't afford
why not have both?
Yes, we can't. Why do you say
work a
that? We
trade
have
out.
$100 million in cap space.
Yeah, how else are we going to sign all the other guys?
You're telling me we have $100 million in cap space.
We have 120 million.
And the first thing you want to do is try to get rid of our best player
we still
to give us more
40
cap
contracts.
space?
We got 40 contracts to sign, plus everybody else
that's
that we're
our
going to
best
bring
player.
in.
That's the first one we should sign.
Look, I agree with Miles Garrett's the
Hey,
first.
so how much more money y'all think? How much more money, guaranteed money, y'all think Max talking he want? What, 30 million?
Yeah, he wants 30 million a year.
He wants that top end
A year?
Guarantee.
He wants Miles Garrett money for production that he don't produce.
No, Max wants like certain numbers, like and Max, like when he got 98, he wants numbers that match that type of stuff. I don't see Max like I don't see Max like going, oh, I need to like push the envelope to be the highest paid defensive end in the world. Well, Miles Garrett right now it's like yeah, he might want that because. That's Miles Garrett. He is a beast, dude. He is a beast. That's why, like, Dallas is like, defensive ends, like, oh, come over here. Well, you know what? Why are the Raider fans like Raider Nation like saying, come over here? Come over here. Let's get it. If we don't get our quarterback, then it's like, if we don't get Graham at defensive tackle, then why not go after Miles Garrett?
Let's add instead of subtract from our team. That's a good idea.
The blueprint is planned. If you can rush 4, if you can rush 4 on Kansas City, then you can beat them.
That's why you want to add, not get rid of a guy. So keep everybody. Okay. So and then let guys who we have develop, like Amari Gaynor, right? I want to see him play more too. He is built like I love it. It's called a not just a brick house, a brick shit house, guys. Remember, that's
his old man. I love you, bro, but don't follow Ben in your opinions.
Dude,
I love you, man.
Opinion, bro. I got my own eyes.
Yeah,
and I can tell you right now, Max Crosby's not everything that you seem to be thinking he's all cracked up to be, bro. Miles Garrett is miles above him. And if I
were you on the show, Pizzle? Were you on the show when I did a statistical analysis between Crosby and Garrett? Because if I give you the numbers blind, I'm not sure you could pick which one is which. Okay, just want to say that. So
my mindset's like, why can't we bring like a player like with the salary cap and bring Mac back?
Mac don't want to come back. Mac doesn't want to be here. He had a chance to be.
He may not want to come back, but it's like, Mac was like, the Max back then. It's like, even Mac was even better than Max then than now. It's like to get that defensive end outside. And like I said, bring in Mason Graham, bringing that the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line. Like, let's get that shit rolling. You don't have to have the best quarterback. Let's go to like the 83 Raiders. So let me ask you guys this. I'm curious. As an old school fan from 1974, you guys even know who the 83 Raiders defensive line, which is the best defensive line ever for the Raiders? Question. Putting it out there for you guys. Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
Yeah, we're talking about Howie and them, man. And
you had
Howie
was new, but yeah, we had Greg Townsend.
Greg Townsend, the number one sack leader for the Raiders ever.
Yeah.
Who's in the middle?
Is it Hendricks up there?
Who?
In 83.
Ted
was he
Hendricks?
still
the linebacker, I think.
in 83? I think he was still playing in 83. I think that was like one of his last years. But we had Lyle Zato.
Yeah,
Lyle Zato was a backup, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know he was on that.
He was a
too.
backup.
Him
So,
over here with the
all those
Ken.
Laos Zeta fans, he was not even a starter.
Kinlaw.
Nope.
Kinlaw was on that team, right?
Nope. I mean,
No?
he might have been, but he's like, he would have been way back in the back. So it was like Bill Pickell was the nose tackle,
Yeah.
and Sean Jones was the starting defensive tackle.
Was Sean Jones on that team? I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Sean Jones was bad, man.
That was the best defensive line the Raiders have ever had
Yeah, Sean Jones was bad.
in my lifetime. It's like,
yeah, that was a good team, man.
I mean, you think about it, like you go back to the cornerbacks, like it's kind of the same thing, right? You look at the 83, like, Raiders cornerbacks. Ooh.
Yeah.
And going with you pairing like a good defensive line with good cornerbacks, that is exactly what, Philadelphia did.
That's why I want to add some veteran presence to our cornerback room, but I think we have some talent, right? And we got to keep it, right? I think that's important. So, Ritter says Poundmouth, Spillane, Max, Chason, Jack, Butler, Morrig, bring all these guys back. I think Diablo needs to come back. I'm sorry. Bye to Ebbs. And Andre James is actually pretty difficult.
It is difficult because
you
got
better interior lineman in the NFL, and when you look at his metrics, if he leaves this team, he's going to get paid by somebody else. We actually had our best offensive line performances when he came back and played center again at the end of the year. So as much as we see him get run over by Chris Jones, it may be that we have a bias because we only notice when he gets run over by Chris Jones and not the whole rest of the time that he's playing. So I think that's going to be interesting.
That's good questions. Like, you look at this zone scheme and wide zone and like running outside. I'm sorry. Hello, wife.
Oh.
So you gotta like, you gotta look at like the scheme, but we don't have like, what Eagles have, like the offensive line that can run the zone and the blocking scheme all at the same time.
Yeah, this offense is going to call for zone. It's not wide zone. It's just a normal zone blocking scheme. So that's what we'll be running. So I think, like Raider Ryan said, I think Miller will be fine. And Hobbs, I think Hobbs is a must. I don't think he's negotiable. I think he's one of the better slot defenders and helps to make our defense go. I think our run defense would suffer. Our blitz packages would suffer. And when we run cover 3, he can actually get outside more often if we needed him in a pitch in cover 3, kind of press bail. The corner responsibilities are different. Look for DeCameron Richardson to play better in that sort of situation also. I'm trying to get through some of this chat here. So then we talk about he says keep the quarterback, keep the in-house free agents, upgrade at guard. We need bodies at wide receiver, another starting level cornerback because Jack Jones is not a starter. And then upgrade over Diablo at outside linebacker. How? Who is that and how much do they cost? And do you spend that much money on the linebacker? I think Diablo already knows everything, bring him back. A viable running back? Yes, we need one of those in free agency, absolutely. Right.
I think Diablo's going to cost you about $2.5 million.
It's not going to be that much, dude. He's not going to be very expensive.
He's just injured too much. That's my biggest thing with him.
Exactly. So, like, draft somebody, which we already have. Let Gaynor move up if he's going to take the spot or somebody else. But, like, bring him back and keep the continuity. Because trying to upgrade over his play when he's healthy is going to cost you, like, $14-15 million. Right? Javonte Williams with Denver. I don't know if he's available. Samaje Perine as a cheap backup. I don't know. I feel like Samaje is like past that moment where I liked him. Now I'm just like, eh. So, how many players still need to be signed? All of them.
Yeah.
Well, we have 27 free agents this year.
Yeah, a lot. So it's a large amount. We talked about the players that we feel like are really important to bring back. So that number is a little bit, a misnomer because I think there's maybe 10 guys max where we're like they have to come back and everybody else can just kind of go. Crosby is going to give some money back when he gets re-signed. I think that we may do the same thing with Colton Miller, which will free up some space. And EC wanted to answer a question: Howie, Reggie Kinlaw, Lyle Zadel, Greg Townsend. And I figured that I almost had the name. Dave Stahls. Dave Stahls was on that line also.
Yeah, I thought Ted Hendricks was on that. But I guess he was later.
Yeah, maybe he had already left 83. Maybe that's what it was. I think maybe he was going by like just 82 or something, like 81, like right before that. I think maybe Howie was in his second year here and had a little time with him, or this is Howie's rookie year.
Matt Millen was in his first year, I think, in 80, whatever, when they won the Super Bowl in 80. So Matt Millen and Howie were rookies. And then in 83, so that's just what I remember.
That makes sense. Yeah, so Hendricks would have been gone already.
I don't remember, all the players and all of that. Like Mr. Jack Kennedy here.
So, looking at what's going on. I mean, there's the tight end position in free agency. I don't think we really need to look at that, guys, unless you want to. People think Travis Kelce is a potential cut candidate with the Chiefs right now.
I think that this could be his last season as a Chief, and he could just ride off in the sunset.
I think he might be done. I think he may not play another day. We'll see.
I got something for you guys. So, it being like a host on the Wild West show, Kelce's contract is $17 million. And even the KC host is like, after what he saw with Kelce, just looking old, he's almost kind of like hoping he retires. And then Gray, who's good tight end for KC, takes over. So I don't know.
Noah Gray, yeah.
If he retires, it's the beginning of the end for them. The comfort that Mahomes feels with him matters. I know that Gray may be talented or whatever, but his security blanket.
Yeah, but it's about $17 million a year for a tight end. But Kelce, I mean, I had so much fun, bantering, Kelce in not performing.
Thank you.
And it's it was fun, but it's even the KC host of my show is saying, yeah, if he retires, he's one of the best tight ends ever. Granted. But at the same time, it's but you get $17 million off your cap hit.
Yeah. So he may be end up out there, which will be interesting for us to see. Obviously not a player I think we'll be pursuing. We can look at the rest of the guys. Mike Gesicki is on the list here. Hunter Henry that I put on the list. Gerald Everett, Austin Hooper. Now we get to where I want to spend the money. Offensive line, guard Trey Smith. That's where I want to throw that money. Stealing from KC.
Right there. Guard. I'm there. I'm right there right now, bro.
I agree.
Right.
$20 million a year. Take him off your arch rival and put him on our team.
See what happened when you stay online for more than 3 hours? Y'all start just saying anything now. I'm about to go. Y'all niggas a trip.
What, Trace? You don't want to spend money on Trey Smith?
Bro.
The guard?
Bro, you think we just gonna be able to just start picking players off their squad?
If we throw the money at it?
Okay.
Well, here's the whole thing is that Humphrey is the center for Kansas City, and he needs to get paid too. They're both coming off rookie contracts. And, the Kansas City host said, I want Humphrey over Trey Smith.
Yeah,
I
I
had
wonder
to
if
pick one. I'm gonna pick Humphrey.
Yeah, why would? Yeah, come on, man. They're not coming to the
They
Raiders.
may be in a position where they can't sign all of the guys that
They
they
can't
have.
sign them all. They only have a $12
They'll
million
go to
salary cap.
Jacksonville first.
Huh?
They'll go to Jacksonville first before they come to the Raiders.
Oh,
Well,
you think it's
they have
just
a
that
$12 million salary cap. So, like, you're going to take, extend whatever players, like, they're going to take a Cree Humphrey over the center over your left or right guard. I mean, that's an obvious choice.
They're not coming.
If we can't get Trey Smith, then I like
if we
Connor
get Trey
Williams.
Smith.
If we the only person offering him a contract, yeah.
He's the number one free agent like in all NFL this year.
So Trey Smith is the number one guard, is number one lineman out there. I have is a guard.
Yeah, and if we the only team that offer him a contract, he'll come to the Raiders.
Well, I'm not saying we're not going to be the only one, but it's going to cost about $20 million. That's what the prediction is.
So
$20 million.
So we got to pay 25 or 30 for what everybody paying 20 for.
You think that he's just like gonna hate on us that much just because?
Yeah, what part of that don't y'all get?
Okay. Well, there's him.
Well, never forget Rodney Hudson, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, here's the thing in the AFC.
How long ago was that?
Player straight teams here, man. Maybe he don't like somebody in the front office and they didn't give him the contract he wanted, so he was like, you know what, fuck that.
Yeah, maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and be a millionaire.
If we can't get Trey Smith, then I would say go after Connor Williams, right? Who's available. Ethan Pochich is available also, who's a really good center. And you can add him to the roster, and then you've kind of helped your guard center stuff positions. But you got to, I think, spend some money on that offensive line, man, and make sure that you have a veteran to add to that, because right now we got a lot of young people we're relying on, and a guy who's too old, a little bit. Colton Miller.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You know what? I'm glad you said that. My bad. Shout out to our left tackle, man. He gonna be just fine, man. Damn, he had a bad year. He was injured and everything. He's fine.
Interior. I don't like the interior.
Y'all can say whatever y'all want. Colton, you all good. He good. We don't. Our line is not that far off. I don't know why y'all overreacting about the line right now. We just got two new pieces we needed. Y'all, we got a questionable piece in Andre James, and our leader of our line has one bad season. Y'all, he deteriorating now. Next, y'all gonna say he's decrepit.
We gotta worry. We gotta do something.
Man. Colton Miller, man.
Hey guys, I got to cut out right on for having me on, guys. I appreciate you guys. All right, next time, guys. I'll see you guys.
Later, Pizzle.
What's up,
bro?
Later,
show. Okay, so that's the word on the offensive line, right?
Yeah, man, we going, man. Shout out to Colton Miller, man.
Listen, Colton, we don't hate you. We just know that Father Time has never lost.
Hey, I have to bring this wagon train home too, man. So before I, ride off into the sunset here, I just want to say, I'm sure you guys talked, about this earlier, but I'm not shocked about, Champ Kelly being, gone. That's, I'm not shocked at that at all. And I just also would like to say, it's always an honor, to be here to be with the panel. First time here with Jack. So Jack, it's been an honor. And,
bro.
And black and hot, until next time,
Hey, before you go, I'm gonna make you make one Westradamus prediction. Who's the quarterback we're gonna sign? Westradamus?
In the free agency?
Yep.
Jeez. It could go so many different routes, but if I were to put my Westradamus chips in the table here, and
read your tea leaves and all that stuff.
Would you need to sleep on it?
I think it would be better if I did sleep on it, honestly. So stay tuned until the next episode Friday, where you will see me
that's a tough
where you will see me give that answer.
Yeah.
Please feels.
Tune in Friday, and you will find out who the quarterback will be. I believe now. Okay, I started like turning what he says into quatrains so that we can pass that to another generation. So, all right. Thank you, Wes.
All right, fellas. See y'all later. Good night.
All right, bro.
See you.
All right, Wes.
That's how I go. Yeah.
Yeah, throw up the devs. So KC, I think we can steal somebody. Just saying. They already spent a lot of money on their line.
Yeah.
Point by EC Everett is really good. Look at this. Creed Humphrey, Dooney. They got to spend money on that, right? They got another free agent, and then they got to deal with the guard, right? I mean, take a shot. And like I said, consolation prize is Connor Williams, who's a really good big man in the guard that I think can do some things. Okay.
Anything can happen.
Okay, maybe we don't get him. Dang, why you gotta be so negative?
I said anything can happen. That's what I said.
They're going to lose a couple players.
Anything can happen.
All right, fine. But then we
You
just
might can get one.
Just
That's all
one
it
of the
takes.
two. Just one of them. And then, there's some stuff on D-line. For me, it's like bring our guys back. But it's funny because this is the year where we actually could do something. You got Jonathan Allen, possibly, Milton Williams, Javon Hargrave, Leonard Williams.
I know.
Man, Hargrave and Leonard Williams are getting pretty old now.
True.
I mean, honestly, I would I want Adam Butler back.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think that the free agent thing is, for me, about guard, fill some holes on defense, that sort of thing. Bring our guys back mostly. I would like to have some veteran depth at corner, right? And there is some ability to add real talent there. Maybe we should get Russell Douglas back, guys. He's going to be available. I think DJ Reed is going to be the number one corner on the market, but I think he's going to cost too much. And so, you got also Russell Douglas. Carlton Davis is out there. Tavarius Ward is out there from the Niners, and then Asante Samuel Jr. So
what about Asante Samuel? From the Chargers. I always like grabbing guys from other teams in our division and pull them on our team. Mm-hmm. What about Samuel?
Yeah, he's absolutely he's number 5 on my list as far as the top 5 kind of corners that I put together. I think, like I said, Reed, Russell Douglas, Carlton Davis, Travers Ward, and then Asante Samuel Jr. That's what I have. Maybe I'm missing somebody. Let me know in chat if you think I am. But yeah, I mean, he said I like Russell Douglas. Paulson Adebo. I didn't know he was available. That would be cool. Paulson Adebo. I wanted him out of the draft.
Hey, EC, salute, bro.
So yeah, EC's a baller, man. I'm very happy to have the chat that we have coming together to do this. But 3.5 hours, guys. And now we've gone through everything I wanted to talk about. We did it. Masterclass is over, guys. You can put your pencils down. There might be a pop quiz on Friday. There will definitely be a test on who will be the free agent quarterback. And, we'll start to talk about the cap, what guys might get paid, and how that might fit into the cap we have, because this talk is all cool. But then there's the salary cap and money. So then when you have to start budgeting that, it becomes a different thing. So we're going to play a little game. Little game where the panel, they're going to have a certain amount of money. You ever play fantasy football back in the day when you used to do it out of a magazine? It was like you got this much, and you got to fill the team. Welcome. It's coming back, guys. Because it's real easy to say you want this guy and this guy and that guy, but you know what it's not easy to do? Fit it all under the cap. Still have money for the rookie class and the offense too, or defense itself. So stay tuned.
You know what's cool? It's like, once you cut Minshew, we're gonna have like $9 million in salary cap.
Dude, we have so much cap.
So that's gonna pay the whole rookie class with the picks that we have right now.
That's kind of true, yeah. We could I think we can re-sign everybody that we need to re-sign, and then after what the normal kind of Max Crosby contract and probably restructuring Colton Miller, have something like $90 million still left to spend, guys. So that's how I look at it. And we'll talk about it more as we do cap stuff. Stay tuned. We'll see you Friday. And if something happens in between, we'll see you then. But as I always say, stay positive, right? Because what the hell else are you going to do? It's crazy out there. Read in between the lines, right? Because that's where it's at. Thank you very much, Jack, for coming out and showing out and, braving yourself into another interaction with Ben. So, yeah, read in between the lines, guys. There's all kind of stuff happening there. Let's check it out because that's where it's happening, right? And mostly, stay hot. Good night now.